covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Just about 2 months from now, the two teams on this football field tonight want to be there. Downtown Detroit at Ford Field playing for a state championship. Tonight they drive about 15, 20 minutes up the road to Southfield in the beautiful campus of Lawrence Tech. A Catholic League rivalry is renewed tonight. It's the undefeated Shamrocks of Detroit Catholic Central taking on the Warren De La Salle Pilots in yet another matchup between a couple of teams that know each other very, very well over the years. Welcome high above the field at Lawrence Tech. Ben Holden, Evan Stockton with the rest of our great crew. We check in with Charlotte Turbrack down on the field in a moment. Great matchup tonight. Shamrocks and Pilots doing it again. Although, Ben, this is really interesting tonight in this game. On one side, you got Catholic Central. If they're not the top team in the state, they're easily top three. They've been crushing people all year. De La Salle, this is weird. A ton of talent, but they're at 1-3. So what's their mindset coming into play tonight?
Well, first of all, it's good to be with you again. It's always fun to do these high school games with you. It's great to be with you and all of our gang here. And, you know, I think in a word, it's consistency. Talking to Dan Roan, we talked to him earlier in the week. We talked to him pregame, and he said that word to me about 10 times. And he said, we've got to be consistent. He told us, too, when we talked to him during the week, he said he's had state championship teams that got out to slow starts. Not sure if this will be one of those teams, but he's done it before. And I think the biggest thing for them is being consistent, getting the little details right, and they've got to know where Samson Gash is on the field. We'll get into that as we go along, but I think that's the story for De La Salle.
How about for Catholic Central? What's their mindset here?
I think their mindset is keep doing what we're doing. I think they'd probably like to get a little bit cleaned up defensively. You look at some of their numbers, they're a little bit skewed. Yeah, they won all 4 games. Last week, they got out to a huge lead against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They're up 29-0. They had another game where they were up big at the half, 30-plus points. They give up 14 in the second half to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. But I think this is a really complete football team. You're going to see it at every single level, starting up front where we always focus, the lines of scrimmage. That's where it matters. That's where these games are usually won and lost. So I think for Catholic Central, they control that. They got a really good quarterback, and they've got a stud in Samson Gash, a Michigan State commit, and his head coach told you and I, and he mentioned the words, he said, this kid could be an NFL player down the road, so he's that big of a star.
There's already 3 Division I guys on the Catholic Central team this year, and there could be more coming down the pike. But there's a lot of talent on De La Salle, too, and we're expecting an old-fashioned Catholic League rivalry on a perfect September night for football. We get a break. Come on back. Get you both coaches in the lead up to this game, and check in with Charlotte on the sidelines, too. Catholic Central, De La Salle, a perfect night for ball. We keep counting down to it right after this.
Well, another beautiful night for high school football. How important is this game for your club here tonight, Dan?
You know, it's important. It's important that we start playing better in long periods of time. Like, we've had stretches where, 6-8 minutes, we'll put some things together, but it's been just too inconsistent, and that's a sign of our immaturity a little bit, but we also have to practice better to be better.
You talked with us the other day, and you talked about I've had runs with teams that struggled out of the gate. What's been the biggest struggle, and what do you need to do to correct that here tonight?
I think the consistency thing. At least with those teams, I think early on we saw stretches where we're getting better, and we've seen it with this team. But this schedule is like no other schedule when I've had those teams. I mean, we played, counting these guys tonight, probably 4 of the top teams in the Midwest, and it's all right. It's what our schedule says. We just got to be better at every little thing, taking care of the football, assignments, special teams, and if we start turning the corner, I'm pretty excited about where we can go.
Important for you to stay on schedule on both sides of the ball here. It always is, but is it more magnified tonight?
It is, because they're so athletic and so skilled that they can hurt you in a number of ways. So we have to make sure that we're taking care of the football on offense and limiting their opportunities. And obviously with Gash returning kicks and punts, you got to be careful in that end of the game too. So you better be good when you're in a Catholic League right now, and we've got to be better.
You've done this before. I was going to ask you about Gash. How do you try to defend a player like that? We know how good of an athlete he is. What do you guys try to do, whether it's special teams or on defense?
Well, especially on special teams, you just try to keep the ball away from him. I mean, that's the goal. Just keep it out of his hands. Offensively, we got to be lined up right. We got to make sure that we're in position to be able to make plays. And when he gets the ball, we got to have guys around him, because he can take any play at any time to the house.
You got some playmakers of your own. Talk to me about who are you looking for big things out of tonight in terms of your offensive skill guys?
You know, I'd like to see, you know, our running backs take a step forward. You know, Micah and Anthony are going to kind of rotate that a little bit more tonight. So I'd like to see us running downhill a little bit better. But I also want to see Damian and Tur kind of take another step forward. And you know, Damian's, I think, is still one of the best football players in Metro Detroit. But we were asking him to do everything. He's returning kicks, he's returning taunts, he's playing corner, and he's playing wide receiver for us. We moved him to slot a little bit.
Wow.
He's a dynamic kid, so we got to have those kids play well in order for us to be successful on offense. And defensively, I just want to see our guys be consistent. The 11 guys on defense line up and do their job.
We talked with you about your quarterback the other day. You seemed confident. I said, look, this kid's a sophomore, but in talking to some other people, this kid's a really good young quarterback. What do you like about what he does, and what do you need from him the most tonight?
Just be consistent, and don't go out there and try to win the game on every throw. And that's partly on us. We have to do a better job of putting him in position. I mean, every time I've had a sophomore quarterback, the rule's been, you know, just don't put the ball in his hands, force him to win the game. And we've been in games where we've had to force it, and, you know, that's tough on him. So we need to make it a little easier, simplify the game plan for him a little bit, let him get some quick throws, get comfortable, and then let him go play.
Great. Thanks for this, Dan. We appreciate your help all week. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, guys. Love having you here, and thanks for the support.
You bet.
Back in the field with Justin Sassante, head coach of Detroit Catholic Central, who comes in undefeated, and a lot of people think this is the best high school football team in Michigan. Justin, I know last year you were disappointed with how the season ended, losing in the semifinals to Cass Tech. So the team motto this year is finish what we started. How do you think the team's living up to that this year?
Yeah, I think they're you know, the way they work each and every day is the way that they're going to live up to it. Obviously, a great tribute to last year's seniors and leaving the program better than they found it, and the team is progressing. I think we still have our best football to play in the future.
What specific areas do you think can continue to be worked on here?
I want to continue to work on our run game, continue to finish games where we get up big and be able to still move the ball on offense, get off the field on third downs, and those are things we're focusing on tonight.
There are a few high schools in the state that have the tradition of Detroit Catholic Central. So as an alum leading this program, what does it mean to lead this tradition at Catholic Central?
Yeah, for me, it's ministry, it's service, it's paying it forward for what Catholic Central did for me in my life and so many other alumni and young men. So it's a great honor and privilege and a great responsibility.
There's also a great history of great athletes at the school. Tonight we get to see another one. Samson Gash is literally the fastest man in the history of the state of Michigan. He set the 100-meter dash record a few months ago. Just what about him makes him so special?
I think that he puts team first, and there's no ego there, and his goal is for what the team needs to do and the success of the team, and I think that resonates with the football team, carries out through you know, who we are and what we stand for, goodness, discipline, and knowledge, and we're glad we have him.
And the last one for you, specifically this matchup tonight. De La Salle does come in 1-3, but they always have talent. So what's the scout on them? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we fear none, respect all. We're going to expect a great battle tonight, be prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, and come out and put our best foot forward.
Appreciate it, Justin. Justin Sassante and the Catholic Central Shamrocks coming on the road to Lawrence Tech. This is technically a De La Salle home game here tonight. Another edition of an old-fashioned Catholic League rivalry. Remember, those Toledo schools have joined the Catholic League Central Division within the last couple of years. So Toledo Central Catholic and St. Mary's right behind CC, who beat St. Mary's at home last week. Again, Ben, as we're talking about, weird spot here for De La Salle down there. It's not the old rules where you had to go 5-4 and make the playoffs. So this is not quite a must-win for De La Salle tonight, but this is a very, very important game.
It's a very significant football game for them, and you know, I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about this all night, whether or not Dan Roan's team is being consistent, because that's really what they've been lacking. They've been lacking that on drives. They've been lacking that. Their special teams has hurt them. They gave up a kick. They had a punt block, missed a couple field goals. Those are big moments. Special teams matter. It's not just offense and defense. It's all three phases of the game. And so I think that's big for them. And I certainly think for Catholic Central, they want to come out here and make a statement. They want to pound the football. They want to get Samson Gash and some of their other weapons into space and try to jump on top early.
De La Salle wants to run the rock tonight, too, and they may do it with Anthony Battanti, number 9, who was their quarterback last year. They're going to get him involved in the running game again today, and he's also really, really good at that linebacker spot.
He is, and I talked to defensive coordinator Brandon Bush before the game. He's been with Dan Roan for 7 years. He's been at De La Salle for 10 years. he said instantly, this guy's the heartbeat of our defense. You see he's a Princeton commit, so you know he's smart. You know he's got good football IQ. Whatever part of the game he's playing, whether it's that linebacker spot or running it, he's a gamer and he's a guy that makes him go.
And for Catholic Central, there's been a lot of good athletes to roam those halls over the years. But Samson Gash, who literally is the fastest man in the history of this state at the high school level, set the 100-meter dash record a few months ago. He is a remarkable talent.
He really is, and his brother's a big player too. But talking about Samson, Michigan State commit, he'll play up there next year, and he can do it all. I mean, this kid gets into space, and he's a nightmare for teams to defend. And that was something else in talking to Dan Roan and to Brandon Bush. They said the biggest thing with him is we've got to know where he's at. And they know they're going to mix up some window dressing and maybe move him around. But defensively, De La Salle has to know where he's at before every snap.
There's a couple of gashes you got to know, Samson and Gideon.
Yep.
Gideon is listed at 6'4", 195. Justin Sasante, CC's head coach, was telling us it's probably more like 6'5", 210,
Yeah.
and he put out those 3 magic letters, NFL. He thinks he's that good.
He did, and he mentioned that with both the Gash brothers. They're that talented. Of course, they've got the pedigree. They've got the bloodlines. Their father, Sam, was a great running back, a fullback in the NFL. He was hired back in the mid-2000s, and the family came to Detroit by Rod Marinelli. He was retained by Jim Schwartz, and that's really why these two young men have grown up here in Metro Detroit, and they're proud Shamrocks, and they're incredible athletes. And, you know, Justin Sasante said to you and I, he said, in the last 50 years, he's probably the best best athlete this school has seen. That's a heck of a statement at Catholic Central.
Yeah, they've had some really good ones over the years. Derek Brooks, maybe the best running back they've ever had, who played at Princeton, but a lot of talent. And the same deal with De La Salle. We've talked about Batanti, but they really like their talented sophomore quarterback, Grayson Thurston, Damian King the fourth, little number 2 wide receiver who they can get out in space and make plays happen. De La Salle's always going to have talent, Ben, but it feels like in this game that's so important to them, they really have to get off to a good start.
They do, and they've got to, you know, it's the old adage in football, they got to stay on schedule. They got to make sure they're in, when it's third down, it's not 3rd and 10 or longer or 3rd and 9, whatever the number is. They've got to be in those manageable situations to keep their young quarterback who, in watching a little bit of tape on him and talking to some other folks that have seen him play, and Dan Roan even said to us, he said, this kid can make every throw on the field. He's a sophomore, but he plays more like a senior.
Excited to see what both these teams have got for us. We're keeping on counting down to kickoff on a perfect night for ball. Undefeated Catholic Central and De La Salle. We kick it off in just a few.
The brotherhood is the #1 thing at De La Salle. It's just one big family here.
De La Salle, there's just something that sets it apart. There's a feeling, there's a growth, there's the idea of the builders of boys, makers of men.
They understand that it's a prep school and they're treating it like it's college, which, I mean, I felt like I could take on anything and I'd be ready to go because how well I've been prepped being here.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596 0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I am from West Springfield, Michigan. I love Pure Barre for a number of reasons, but the main reason is the space it provides us members to unwind, get a good workout in, and just come as you are. Love Pure Barre, love you Bridget, go Pure Barre.
Hi, my name is Susanna.
And I'm Tanner, and we're from Farmington Hills, Michigan.
And we love Pure Barre.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and this is my friend Lisa.
Hello.
And we love Pure Barre because it's a great community. I get to work out with great people, and we have any fit level that can come, any age. You get a great workout within an hour. You don't waste time, and you're getting the full effect of
Pure Bar. And everyone's fabulous.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jessica from Novi, and I love coming here to Pure Bar Novi. It's an awesome workout. I've been coming here for years. It is always challenging no matter how long you come. I love it. Strength, flexibility, all the best things, but the best part is the wonderful community. There's awesome women to support and encourage each other on in our fitness goals.
I have been a member of Pure Bar for 2.5 years, and I love the variety of class formats. I really enjoy the sense of community here. When my daughter's in town, we have our mom and daughter days, working out and tucking at the bar. I look forward to class and I feel great after.
One thing that I love about Pure Bar is that it's low impact, but you get a great workout from it.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I am here at Pure Bar Novi, which is the best place in the world. I'm so excited. Did you know that Pure Bar is literally everything? Give it a shot. It's all about accountability and it's all about you.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Bar Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
perfect night for football at Lawrence Tech. Catholic Central and De La Salle. At the end of the month of September, an early season swing game. Let's check in with Charlotte down on the sidelines.
Thanks, Evan. For this De La Salle team, the message all week has been urgency. Sitting at 1-3, their playoff hopes are on the line tonight. Last time I spoke to Coach Roan, he let me know that this is a very young team and that they're still learning. But tonight, they are going to have to step it up and know that they have to be ready for this Catholic Central team. Catholic Central is not taking De La Salle lightly because they know they are hungry for the win. This should be an exciting one here at Lawrence Tech. Back to you, Evan.
Appreciate it, Charlotte. Catholic Central in that valiant blue and peerless white. They don't have a ton of chances to wear the white jerseys this year because this is their last scheduled road game of the season. If you can believe it, 6 of the first 8 games for CC in the regular season scheduled to be at home. Won the first road game down in Toledo at Central Catholic, and now they head over to Lawrence Tech to face De La Salle that's rocking the very familiar purple. Ty Goddard will kick it deep, replacing Jake Madigan, who is the kicker for Catholic Central over the last handful of years. A lot of confidence in this kicking game for CC. They love what Goddard can do, think he can kick about a 45-yard field goal, and they love the strong right leg of their kicker, Josh Peters, as well. De La Salle 1-3, season not quite on the line tonight, but it's really important against maybe the state's very best team. Catholic Central, De La Salle. Another chapter in this traditional rivalry. And off we go on a Friday night. Damian King fields in the end zone, and it's touchback for De La Salle. Ben, let's watch all night what De La Salle does at the quarterback spot. They will use that talented sophomore Grayson Thurston, but they also want to use Batanti and the run game, real physical runner when he's at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, their offensive line's got to get out to a good start. Big opportunity for them to make a statement. The guy that they really count on up front is Blake Matlock. He's number 78. He's a senior. And you get a look at their starters, and you see Matlock there, the right tackle, and the rest of their big men up front. So let's see how they get going here on this opening possession here.
They'll start with Micah Walker in those neon green gloves and cleats to the left of Thurston.
Easy to see.
Thurston to throw. Quick drop, it's caught. They get Damian King in space, and Catholic Central may have knocked the ball out. They sure did knock the ball out, and that is the last thing De La Salle wanted to happen. Strip and recovery for CC on the game's first play.
Great throw, looks good coming out of his hands. Good catch, but you've got to get that ball close and close to your body, and that's a great job by Gideon Gash. Ball hawking, getting in there, punching that thing out. We saw that in the Monday night game. The Lions, there were a couple plays like that. As you see the throw, I mean, this kid, he can throw it for a sophomore. There's no mistake in that. That's not the problem. The problem is the ball's away from the body, and Gash knew it, and he punched it out for the first turnover in this game.
And Connor Ryan fell on it. Catholic Central in business. Duke Banta's the quarterback with Cedric Williams. Banta to throw. And it's caught, but for minimal yardage. Peyton Sofrin makes the catch, and Joey Marasco made the tackle in the secondary after a gain of about 3 or 4.
Look at their starters up front, a big offensive line to give their quarterback Duke Banta plenty of time. And young Sofrin there, his dad Dave was quite a player back in his day. And their backs and receivers, and we've talked about Gash all night. Jack Jand is a very good player. And they certainly want to get Williams going here as you see him lined up just to the left of Duke Banta.
Sure looks the part. 6'4", 210 as a junior. Gives Cedric Williams. This is what they wanted to see. And if King doesn't make that tackle, I think Cedric Williams is in the end zone.
Yeah, big tackle from Damian King there in space. And I talked about that in the opening portion of our broadcast with Gash, but Williams is another talented player for them. He can burn you. You get a look at the defensive starters for De La Salle, and Cam Burgess is the guy that Brandon Bush and that defense counts on. The next level guys, their linebackers, a couple of really good ones, Batanti and Bohanna. Batanti, the heartbeat of their defense, and Bohanna's a really experienced guy. They got to step up here big, and their secondary, they'll be tested throughout the night, I'm sure.
Banta quick drop. High throw that is caught, and this turns into another Catholic Central first down. Cameron Swearingen went up to get the football, and again, King had to make maybe a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, they've got to do a better job of getting a little closer to these guys. There's just too much room out there for them, but a good job at pursuit to finally get to him, and that's King. Another stop by him. So already Catholic Central knocking on the door here, 1st and goal, as they look sharp coming out.
Maybe the state's top team on the march. After that fumble recovery on De La Salle's first play of the night. Gives Cedric Williams. Cedric Williams would not be denied. Touchdown, Catholic Central. We're not even 2.5 minutes in, and this is exactly the start they wanted to see at CC.
Yeah, good vision from Williams. Takes a hit there as King's trying to do what was done to him, having the ball knocked out of there, but he could not as Williams had too good of a grip on it. And the Shamrocks make quick work of a costly turnover for the Pilots here in the opening stages of the game.
Catholic Central coming into this game said we got to get Cedric Williams in that running game established. And already they've gotten a few.
They're going to go for 2.
Well, this is interesting. So they threw the flag on De La Salle. Yeah. They jump, and CC will elect to go for it. They did this last week against St. Mary's in the same scenario.
Yeah, why not? I mean, the ball's 3 feet from the goal line, and you're De La Salle here. You got to dig in here. You need to come up with a little bit of momentum here.
And they're in the tight tee. Somewhere Coach Mack is smiling. They just ran 36 wham into the end zone for 2. Jalen Mott-Lewis, the middle linebacker, barrels his way in. And Catholic Central, 2.5 minutes into the football game, up 8-zip.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Catholic Central wanted a fast start tonight. They know De La Salle, a bit of a wounded animal at 1-3. A team that's taken it on the chin the last couple of weeks against St. Mary's and Toledo Central Catholic. Well, Catholic Central got that hot start, up 8-0 already. Goddard to kick it deep again to King. The last kick went into the end zone. And this kick will also sail into the end zone. All right, Ben, pretty simple here, but if you're De La Salle, how in the world do you try to flush this admittedly awful start?
You just try to put a drive together here. Just simply put, you just try to get Grayson Thurston into a little bit of rhythm. If you're going to come out with him throwing, try to get your run game going. I mean, you got to forget it. I mean, that's all you can do at this point. And I think that's the biggest thing for this group. And offensive line again, and Matlock's really the guy that they count on up front, big number 78 there. They got to move the football. They got to put a drive together here and get this ball into the end zone here. As you see the rest of their skill guys, and Damian King's a big one. Walker's a good player. Zach Wagner, he's a good one at tight end too. So this is a must-have drive if you're De La Salle here.
Thurston to throw again. King's got it again, but for not a whole heck of a lot. Luka Genrich comes up and makes an impressive tackle.
Yeah, he wasn't letting go of that one. You could see him immediately. He pulled that ball right into his chest, and this young man, you said about Banta, he looks the part. This kid's only a sophomore, 6'4", 220 pounds. You can see the 2 throws he's made. He's got a rocket for an arm. He's got a good-looking ball that comes out of his hand. And certainly Dan Roan and his staff, they trust this kid to run their offense.
They'll keep it and get blown up. Jalen Mott-Lewis, who just ran it in for 2, blew that thing up as Thurston kept it and probably made the wrong decision, Ben.
Yeah, he did. And Catholic Central, with this defensive group they've got, they can get you from every single level. They've got size, they got power up front, but then the second level guys getting in there. Mont Lewis reading the play, and you see the blue helmets going to the ball. There were 4 of them right there.
Pilots got to get to the 30 here. 3rd down and 8. Swing it out to Walker, and he's tackled in the open field again. That's Connor Ryan, who recovered the fumble, who makes the open field tackle, and probably forces a De La Salle punt.
Yeah, they got to punt this thing. You can't go for it at this stage of the game from here. Good looking plays on the drive. They just don't get enough on this 3rd down play, and that's just good closing speed. I mean, that's all it is. Gets in, closes on the ball, gets down low, makes a really good tackle, and brings up 4th down and a punt here for De La Salle.
This is Jackson Turr, all 6'4", 220 of them.
Wow.
Crushes this punt. Samson Gash broke the first tackle. Now it gets fun. The fastest man in Michigan almost got all the way home. As soon as Samson Gash breaks that first tackle, the fun begins.
He's a highlight waiting to happen every single time he touches the ball. Does a great job here. Looked like he had to kind of shift his hands around on that ball as he brought it in. Calmly does that. Got a couple of blocks up the side, and that's just him making a play. That's his speed that you mentioned. That's his athleticism and knowing where to go and what to do with it. He's dangerous every single time he touches it.
They speak so highly of both those Gash brothers, Gideon and Samson. They say Samson's intensity burns quietly. He's never asking for the ball. He's never demanding for the ball. But he makes plays. Cedric Williams spun right into the middle of the D-line. Nice tackle right in the middle by Cam Burgess, 88.
Yeah, that's a really good play by Burgess. You got to keep those feet moving, keep trying to get to it. And Brandon Bush, the defensive coordinator, when I chatted with him before the game, without hesitation, I said, talk to me about your guys up front. He said he's the best interior guy we have on our line, and you can see him. Stays with it, got some help in there as well, but he forced that play, and that's a really good job defensively by De La Salle on that play.
Just a gain of a couple, 2nd down, 8. First sub at the running back spot. Ryan Jafar is in for CC. Banta to throw, and it's incomplete. Hoping for Gash. Nice break in the ball by Joey Marasco. And first 3rd down and long of the night for CC.
Yeah, I mean, if you're De La Salle right now, you need to come up with a stop here. I mean, from here, you're looking at, if they kick it, you're looking at, 31, about a 38-yard field goal if they were to kick it.
They're comfortable with Goddard from that spot.
Yeah, no doubt they are. I mean, the number you and I got was, we'll trust him from 45, and here's a little bit of isolation here. Get the look at Samson Gash here. That's a good job coming up, making a play there by Marasco on the coverage.
Banta to throw. He's got the time and a wide open Ryan Jafar. Number 21, stretching in for another Catholic Central touchdown. 3rd and 8, no problems. Another 6 on the board.
Watch 11. What a block there by Gideon Gash. Really helped him get inside there and get home. Plenty of space after that block. And that's a cornerback, a wide receiver. He doesn't care what he's doing. He'll just make a play to help his team, and that was a terrific block by him to allow them to get that 2nd touchdown there by Jafar.
2nd season on the varsity for Ryan. As De La Salle almost jumped again. This time they get back, and Goddard slams the extra point through. There's a lot of people across our great state who think that's the best team in the state, Detroit Catholic Central, regardless of division, regardless of class. And not even halfway into the first quarter, they have put it on De La Salle. As this time, Ben, they do elect to just kick the extra point, although to Marasco's credit, he almost got to that thing.
He did. He almost got home, and you know, they look really good here. They haven't even run 10 plays yet in this game, and you see De La Salle and their resume. Mike Dano is a Chippewa, still playing in the National Football League, was drafted by the Chiefs and still playing with Kansas City. And They produced so many great players and a couple of state championships early on in Dan Roan's tenure when they got him to come over from the west side of the state. And yeah, right now, I mean, he told you and I, he said, and he wasn't making excuses. He said this 4-game stretch is the toughest of any stretch we've had here. But they lost a lot of players last year. There's been a lot of turnover. Now even in high school, you're seeing it like in college. Players are transferring. It's amazing the way sports have changed, and that's not to make excuses as well. Their players got to play better, and they know that. They've got a great coach. They've got one of the best coaches in the state of Michigan, and they've got to respond here, getting the ball back here, Evan, for the 3rd time here in this quarter already.
See if Goddard sends another one into the end zone. The first 2 have gone that far, and this one nearly clears the end zone.
I mean, everything about Catholic Central so far, the operation is in pretty good shape, right? I mean, Justin Sasante, he talked with us about, this is my 3rd year. And in Catholic Central's program, by their standards, it went down. It was down for a while. But they're coming back, and they're letting people know, hey, look what they did last year. They beat Belleville. They lose to Cass Tech to go to the state championship. This program is back. They look well-oiled here. Jack Janda's a guy up front. Big Benny in there, number 75. He's another key guy for them. He'll eat up space. And you look at their linebackers. Atimo had a big play last week with a pick 6. So they're after it again here, Evan, on 1st down.
Just not a lot of room up there. They actually hand the ball to Batanti as a running back and keep Thurston in the game, and maybe a yard here.
Yeah, they just got to find a way to put a drive together here. I mean, you can't have the first drive, they throw the pass, good-looking play, they complete it. Secondary for Catholic Central, Gideon Gash, number 11. He's the guy to watch, but they got to put a drive together here. It's imperative for them.
It's a good start to it. Jackson Turr wades his way awfully close to the 1st down. They'll give it to him. He got a really nice block here on the outside from number 11, Vince Batanti.
Yeah, he did, and that's a great part of the game. We saw that by Gideon Gash on the CC touchdown, and this is what they need to do if you're De La Salle. Look, you're down 15 points here, but you're midway through the 1st quarter here. Put a drive together, climb back in the game. That's what they need to do here. You're not going to get it all at once here.
Play fake to Batanti. Fastball caught by Turr. Ryan wrestles him down, but another solid gain of 5 on 1st down.
That's all they need. They just need to, again, put a drive together, get their quarterback into a little bit of rhythm. I love the way this kid throws the ball. I mean, this sophomore quarterback, Grayson Thurston, watch this throw here. I mean, that's a rope. Great release. Can throw it everywhere on the field. He's looked good in the throws he's had.
Janda almost jumped. De La Salle team that last week lost at Toledo Central Catholic 35-6. Lost the week before that to St. Mary's by 39. Pressure coming. Thurston threw it. King caught it, kept his feet, and he's got another 1st down. Jack Janda got to the quarterback, and Thurston had to get this thing out fast.
That's what I'm talking about, though, Evan, for De La Salle. Keep the offense on the field. Get this kid in a rhythm. I can't say it enough. I love the way he throws the football, his release, his touch, his ability to get it where it needs to be, and he's trying to do everything he can to help his team after coughing that one up on the 1st possession. Best-looking series here so far for the Pilots.
They take Anthony Batanti off the field, bring Michael Walker back in. Trying to navigate Micah's injuries. He got hurt in the 2nd week at Davison. He's not feeling 100%. They'll give it to him. And he got by the 1st wave, but only got a yard as he got to the 2nd wave. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, Dan Roan said to us, when we talked to him midweek, he said, I like our line. We talked about Matlock already, but he said that unit's got to be better for us. They've got to take some pressure off the quarterback and allow them to run the ball a little bit better.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark of the 1st quarter. De La Salle's 2 drives have ended in fumble and punt. Both of Catholic Central's have ended in touchdown. Thurston to throw. A lot of time, and it's incomplete. Just off the hands of Jackson Turr.
Yeah, he's got to catch that ball. I mean, that's a really good throw by Thurston on the run. Really good look at it here from field level. Good touch on that ball. I mean, that's got to be caught. I don't mean to get on high school kids, but that's got to be a catch. And I know he'd tell us, I should have caught it. It hit him right in the hands. You got to make that play.
So now it's still 3rd down and 9 here for De La Salle. You wonder if it's 4-down territory.
Mm-hmm.
Thurston threw a pick right into the waiting arms of a Catholic Central defensive back. It's Josh Atiamo, who had a pick 6 against St. Mary's last week. He's got another this week.
Josh on a pretty good heater, and this is a throw that Thurston, quick release, quick drop, and he just throws it into traffic. I mean, there's 4 guys there. He was looking over there, I believe, for King. He also had Brady Bullock over there in the neighborhood, but I got to believe they were going to King, but that's when he's got to take a look. And the second turnover in this quarter so far, a fumble, now the pick, and CC's offense in primetime position here, right at just about at midfield.
Banta threw for a touchdown to Jafar on the last drive, and Cedric Williams ran for the touchdown on the first drive. Cedric Williams, the back here. That's who they give it to, and Cedric slipped the tackle. Cedric Williams won't go down. Number 26, finally brought down inside the 30.
Big chunk play, and the Shamrocks get well over 20 yards on that play, almost 30 yards on that play. Williams, who was last year behind Jaden Pyden, who's now at West Point, and he looks the part, man. This young man is really good. Good feet, good vision, doing a great job on a big play there for his team.
Cedric was battling through some injuries last year. They got him healthy this year, and they want to feed him tonight. Back in his hands. Williams found some daylight. And Cedric Williams brought down from behind. Joey Marasco had to make another big tackle. Blink your eyes, Catholic Central back in the red zone.
I love this play by Williams. We'll give you a look at it. The vision, the patience that he showed on this run. Going to come out right now, but watch what he does here. Sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground, sees another hole, gets through that, protects the football there at the end. Really good job as the tackle was made there by Joey Marasco, but this young man off to a hot start here tonight.
Take Cedric off the field here, get Jafar in. Ryan's the junior, Cedric's the senior, so Jafar's the bit of the understudy so far this year. He'll be under the bright lights next year. Ryan's running here. And he got away from the first tackle. Nice job to get away from Jaden Davies. And then David Williams got him after a gain of about 6.
That's a great, tough run. Just finish the run. Keep going. You see Gash there with a good block. I mean, he doesn't just score touchdowns. I mean, both these Gash brothers, we've seen them. They're making plays. They're blocking guys. They're going to get theirs, right? And that's great to see. When your best guys are doing those little things that you need, that's a trickle-down effect to the rest of your team. But a nice run there on a 4-yard pickup for CC.
Could be the final play of a first quarter that's going exactly to plan for the Shamrocks. Give Jafar. And Burgess slowed him up. And then about 5 different pilots went to get him. So, Catholic Central, which has scored on their first couple of drives in this game, will have a 3rd down right at De La Salle's 10-yard line as we start the second quarter. Bant has thrown for 1. Williams has run for 1. Let's see what happens on a big 3rd down as we start the second quarter after this. Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Third down coming up for Catholic Central. Got to get to the 7-yard line. 3rd down and 3. As we were joking about earlier, Catholic Central, this is only the second time and final time in the regular season they'll have to wear those white jerseys. Let's go back down to the sidelines where Charlotte's standing by.
Thanks, Evan. For this Catholic Central football team, Coach Casante let us know that the foundation is that there is no success without sacrifice. He wants these men to attack on the field, but also off the field. He wants them to have that go-get mentality, and that is just what Catholic Central brings to these men. It brings a true brotherhood, he said, and that there is something truly special about Catholic Central. He has worked at many programs and coached many teams, and he said there's nothing like Catholic Central. This should be an exciting second quarter. Evan, back to you.
Yeah, Charlotte, we got a big third down coming up here for Coach Sasante's Shamrocks. Cedric Williams is back in the game. Ran for a touchdown on the first drive.
Gash on the edge, one-on-one out there. Let's see what they do.
They'll give it to Williams. And Cedric pinballing his way near the goal line. He wouldn't go down again. Cedric Williams will not be denied tonight. His second touchdown.
It's too easy if you're Catholic Central. I mean, he picks up 4 or 5 yards before he's even touched. The line doing the job up front tonight. Holes are massive. Williams is finding them. The guys that have touched the ball when it comes to running it have all found it. And they are looking really sharp here so far.
They said coming into this game, Ben, for a program that was built on running the football, when Tom Mack was the legendary head coach for Catholic Central for years and years, there would be games where they would not throw the football, and they were just fine with that. But now it has evolved at Catholic Central, right?
Yeah, as has the game.
Yeah, 100%. But now this is a team that came into this game wanting to run the rock, wanting to look like the type of teams that Justin Sasante played for under Coach Mack at Catholic Central. You said the program was down by Catholic Central standards.
By their standards,
But you got to remember, this is a program that has made the state championship game 17 times and won it 10 times. But they haven't won it since 2009. So it kind of felt like when Coach Sasante came in, he had a bit of a soft reboot button on the program, and they are just humming right now.
Yeah, Justin's, I love his passion. Both these coaches, I mean, their passion comes in different ways. And with Justin, I mean, you were a player there. I'll just get that out.
I was going to say, how long are we going to get to go before
just
it's
get it
revealed
out.
that I went to CC?
You played there. He was your position coach, and you worked with him. But you could speak to that better than I could. But just being around sports and being around coaches, you can just feel it coming through. You can sense the passion. The same for Dan Roan, and we'll talk about that later. But Justin loves his school, and I think it's different in that sense because he went there, because he played there. He knows what it means to wear the uniform. He knows what the alumni expect. He knows what the school expects. And the expectation is state championship or it's not good enough.
Goddard's been a busy man. Ty just made the extra point, and he's about to kick it away again. Damian King back there for De La Salle just wants a chance for a return.
They need something good to happen, does De La Salle, but there's a flag here, Evan.
Just to kind of finish the point you were making about Justin Sasante, right? You learn, even if you have a lot of assistant coaching experience, being a head coach is different. And the way that the seasons have ended the last 2 years for Catholic Central, in Justin Sasante's first season, as we'll get a look here at the infraction.
Someone was offside.
Yeah, someone on Catholic Central's kick unit left early, so the kick for CC will be back. But Coach Sasante talked about, hey, first year, lost to Northville. That's not to our standard.
No.
The second season, last year, they get the big win that the whole state heard about, beating Belleville and Bryce Underwood.
Right.
Well, then the next week, they turn around and lose basically right at the gun to Cass Tech. And Coach Sasante admitted to us, this year I've learned I got to save something in the tank for later on in the season.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, you gotta be smart and tactical in the way you coach and what you show, and make sure you do what's best for your team. And I mean, so far, this is my first time seeing them live this year. They look pretty darn good in every part of their game. Lloyd Carr always just talk about you got to be sound in the kicking game, special teams, obviously offense, defense, and they've got a well-rounded group in all three phases. And now it's up to Dan Roan here. I mean, This is a guy that has 5 state championships. He's won 2 at De La Salle. They got to put something together here. I mean, the last drive was good, but then the pass was forced in there, in my opinion, by Grayson Thurston, and that's 2 turnovers. You're not going to beat this team turning the ball over multiple times on most nights. So if you're De La Salle, this has to be a drive that produces a touchdown, in my opinion.
Yeah, that last drive stalled. There was a potential first down completion that Tur couldn't catch, and that kind of killed the drive.
You're right. That was a huge play.
Walker brought down again. Connor Ryan has made great open field tackle after great open field tackle tonight.
Yep, he really has. And, that's a dangerous guy there, Michael Walker. He's a guy that they want to get it to. They want to get him in space. Just like Samson Gash on the other side. They're guys that can take it the distance when they get one touch. And that's a terrific job of just getting enough to get him to ground.
Officially gained 3 on the last play. Thurston to throw again. That's a fastball caught.
Yep.
First down and more for De La Salle. They talk all the time with quarterbacks, right? If you can throw from one hash to the other, that's a big league throw. That was a big league throw to Ariston Latore.
That is a big league throw. This kid, he can do that. I mean, look at that ball. I mean, that is a pretty looking pass there. And Dan Roan wasn't kidding. He said, yeah, this kid's a sophomore, but we trust him, and he can make every throw. 6'4", 220. I don't even think he's 16 years old yet. He's a sophomore. It's going to be a darn good one for him for the next couple of years.
And that's a gigantic grocery bill for his parents.
Yes, it is.
Play fake again for Thurston.
Ooh.
And Tur makes a nice hands catch this time. Made up for the drop on the last drive.
He did, Evan, and when we get a look at this replay, I want you to watch what happens right as Grayson Thurston throws this ball. I mean, this is poise. This is calmness. This is doing everything you can do to make the throw. Watch well, you don't see it on that angle there. Maybe we'll get it, but he got nailed. Right as he's throwing that ball, he stood in there and he took the hit. Love that from this young man at quarterback.
Last couple of drives, they've relied on the run game. This drive, they're really trusting Grayson in that right arm.
And right now I would, because they're not winning up front, so let him keep chucking the rock for you.
And they just got a Shamrock to jump. Caden Gonzalez jumped. And that's a truth at every level of football. You make a penalty, Caden, you're coming off the field.
You go talk with your position coach and even the head coach there. Dave Soffer there on the left of your screen in that red hat, one of the assistants. I mentioned him earlier. What a player he was. For arch rival Brother Rice, came to the other side and caught up with Dave before the game. Great guy. Knew him well when he played with Brian Marshall and that crew back in the mid-90s.
Walker gains 4. Second down short coming up. That rivalry game, Brother Rice and Catholic
next
Central,
Sunday.
is next Sunday. Boys Bowl at CC.
And I'll get to that later when CC gets the ball back, because I got a thought on that. But they got a nice carry here. We haven't seen him do a ton on the ground running it, as you just said. Walker, though, gives him good, tough yardage. Now it's 2nd and a yard here.
Running all the way with Thurston. That's not usually part of his game, and he didn't even give a yard.
He didn't. He might have lost a little bit, but it's 3rd and a yard here as he looks at the sideline here. And CC's winning up front right now. I mean, look at those holes. They're all plugged, and good job getting in there. Big number 79 up front for him for Catholic Central. Crawford Caraway, great job. I say they put this thing in the air here. I really do. I think it's 3rd and short, and I think right now you're in 4-down territory.
They do have the main back, Michael Walker, back in. They'll keep it with Thurston.
Wow.
And he does have the first down. They tried that read option play earlier, and it didn't work. Worked to perfection that time.
Yeah, I mean, this kid's showing me something. I really like this kid in the game he's playing here. And great fake to sell it. Gets it. This is a drive they've got to have a touchdown on. They can't stop this drive with anything less than a touchdown here at this stage in this score of the game here, Evan.
It's the 2nd straight drive where De La Salle has it in CC territory. Flip it out to the blocking back, and there's a lot of room here.
Yep.
Nice catch and run for De La Salle. That sets up again. Second down and short.
That's what they want. They want to stay on schedule, like the play call. Easy little touch pass there. Brady Bullock, the junior running back and sometimes linebacker, well built, good looking little play. And so now you're in a second down now, and what, about 3? This is exactly where Dan Roan wants his offense at this stage of the game here on this series.
Anthony Battanti, the man carrying the ball, dragged one guy on his back, and then the rest of the Catholic Central Cavalry came to get him. Michael Dursa, number 10, one of the men making the tackle, and sets up third down and real short.
Yeah, Battanti was a guy that Dan Roan talked with you and I in Charlotte about. He said he's a guy we need to get going. Walker, too. We've seen Walker. The run game, I think the problem for the run game tonight is they're not winning up front so far in the game, and the passing game has been good.
Another third down conversion on a third down and short, as Battanti, who didn't need a whole heck of a lot, didn't gain a lot, but did move the sticks.
Well, they made me eat my words there because they did a good job on that play, but a good job of winning up front. And, you know, it's a cliche. You hear every football team that plays whatever level, we got to win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you're going to win a lot of games. You're not going to win them all, but you have to have some push and some consistency up front with your line.
Thurston rolling. Thurston puts it in the air. King goes up and makes the catch. Damian King, touchdown, but there is a flag back where you usually get holding on the offense.
Yeah, and if that's against De La Salle, that's a shame because I love the play call. I love the throw. I love the catch. We'll see if we can catch where that right there looks like there's the hold. Yep, it's on 77 there. The Catholic Central player trying to get through, and that's too bad for De La Salle because that's a great play call, but their left tackle got burned on that play, and it's going to come back.
They finally got King loose, guy who's going to play at Ferris State.
Yep.
Had some Division I offers. Got really good speed. No one's quite as fast as Samson Gash,
No.
but Damian King does have electric speed.
He can burn too.
And that, unfortunately, for De La Salle side, I think that's the type of penalty that can kill a drive.
Yep. So again, just shake this off. It's first down and 20. Start this possession over. Keep doing what you're doing if you're De La Salle.
That pass is incomplete for Tur, as that is the 11th pass of this drive.
Yeah, I mean, I like what they're doing with the passing game. They're rolling him out a little bit. I really like his arm. But yeah, just miscommunication on that.
Yeah, I mean, that De La Salle coaching staff was telling us coming into this game, we love Grayson's talent,
Yeah.
especially as a sophomore. We just got to find ways to slow the game down.
Yep.
Feels like this is the type of drive where it's slowing down for Grayson Thurston.
It looks that way of all the drives. I certainly agree with you on that. You know, first play of the game, they come out, makes a great throw, good catch, ball protection was the issue. Next series, not so much, and then the last series, he forces a ball and they pick it off.
Thurston pump. Thurston throwing back over the middle. That's usually not a good decision. And Vince Battanti, who was open, couldn't haul it in.
I'm going to say what I said on the play to Jackson Tur that you referenced earlier. That was a big play that they missed on. Watch where this ball is. It's a little high, but, I mean, again, you got to catch that, right? That's got to be a catch.
Especially when you're trying to beat probably the
Correct.
best team in the state.
Correct. It's even more magnified. And your season's not going the way you hoped. You're 1-3. You got to make those plays. I don't mean to get on the kids. Those are plays you got to make. You got to find a way to make the play.
Now they got to convert on 3rd and a mile. Pump, throw, King couldn't catch it. Gideon Gash came back late in coverage as Thurston is slow to get up. He took a hit on this throw.
He sure did, and Gideon Gash got high praise for his coverage skills from Justin Sasante. Justin Sasante coached Sauce Gardner back in his younger years, and it's a good job of staying with him and just making that ball unavailable for the intended target there, King.
By the way, they did throw late flag. And remember, in Michigan high school football, the 2 penalties that are automatic first down are anything that starts with roughing.
Correct.
So, although that was 3rd down and 20, 15 yards wouldn't usually get you the first down, but they did call roughing the passer here, so it's first down.
Yeah, right there. That's a good call. It really is. The ball was gone. You can't make that play. So that's a huge break for De La Salle here to keep this drive alive. That's well into double digits in terms of plays, and the best they've looked. Again, I said it when they got the ball on this possession. They have to score a touchdown on this drive.
Give Anthony Battanti, for not a ton, the future Penn State Nittany Lion. Heard a rumor they have a big game tomorrow.
Yeah, a little bit.
Benny Azuka makes the tackle.
Big Benny, 6'3", 3 bills up the middle there. And, I mean, watch this guy do what he does. Gets in there and takes him down. And Justin Sassante told us, he said, at Penn State, he's probably going to be an offensive lineman. Certainly got the NFL-like size. We'll see how that goes, but a big play by him turned in there.
Timeout, De La Salle. We'll take a quick one with them. We're halfway into the second quarter. Catholic Central leads by 3 scores, but De La Salle is on the march, trying to get back in the football game. Catholic Central and De La Salle, 71st meeting all time. Catholic Central leads the series 48-22, but De La Salle had CC's number for a handful of years until CC snapped the skid over the last couple of years. De La Salle won 7 of the last 10 meetings, going back to 2017. Man, this is what's so much fun for us to cover high school football and specifically great leagues like the Catholic League. There's so much tradition and so much pride in both of these schools. The old football cliche is throw the records out, but that really does apply to games like CC and De La Salle.
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing since 1950. I mean, that's impressive. And both these schools very proud of all their athletic programs, but certainly football for both these schools and institutions is front and center. Great rivalry.
Thurston on 2nd down. Throws that ball to the end zone. And this time, Damian King can't make the catch. Josh Atiamo had just enough coverage.
Josh on a pretty good run here. Had the pick 6 last week. Had the pick earlier in the game. And another well-rounded football player. Job stepping up by Thurston. Really like this young kid. And that's a ball that it's there. I mean, that ball's there. This kid hasn't missed many throws. The interception, obviously, but that ball's there, and good job by the youngster right there, Atiamo, making the play.
It's been a heck of a drive for De La Salle. It's taken 6 minutes off the clock, coming up on 20 plays in this drive. Got to convert 3rd down. Thurston's going down. The future Wisconsin Badger, Jack Janda, wrapped him up in a bear hug.
Look at the big man. Brothers at Air Force, and a force on both sides of the ball is Janda. Great push. He took on 2 guys, gets through there and takes down the sophomore Grayson Thurston and stops what was the best possession and best drive by a mile for De La Salle here so far. Brings up a punting situation.
Yeah, because they lost 10 yards. There's no thought to now go for it on the 4th down.
No. Too risky. Try to pin him and get it back here.
Turn to punt it. Samson Gash inside the 10. Tur is going to kick it well away from Samson Gash.
That's one way to avoid him burning you.
Truer words will not be spoken tonight, Ben Holden.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, man. Well, good job by Catholic Central and their defense. I mean, they were up against it. They were under the pump there for, 20 plays?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And, well done by their group to hold their water and, come up with a stop when they needed it. Their offense well rested here. 4.5 minutes to go, up by 22 here. We've really yet to see number 5 get involved. Let's see if they go to him here as we get a look at that third down play. And Grayson Thurston did a great job just to hang on to that ball because Janda was all over him. Broke through 2 guys and was not going to be denied.
Got a long way to go for Catholic Central, but 4:32 on the clock, all 3 timeouts. Duke Banta with time. He may want it all on one play. Samson Gash had it knocked away. They took the deep shot on play 1, and the coverage was there in the back end for De La Salle.
Yeah, Banta loads and fires. They haven't really gone to him much, and that ball was there, but J.R. Campbell got in the way there and breaks that up. So see if they go right back to it here. You never know. They got him out there in single coverage. That is dangerous if you're De La Salle trying to cover him one-on-one.
They took Campbell off of Gash and put DeAndre Mapp Jr. on him. They flipped Campbell to that near side.
Yep.
Gives Cedric Williams the backside contain. Coming back from behind to get him. Whole host of pilots in there to help make the stop yet again. Will Cartwright Jr., one of them. And here's a rarity tonight for CC,
Yeah.
3rd down 1.
Yeah, it's a big play for De La Salle here. I was away from the play. I was watching DeAndre Mapp and Samson Gash over there. They were the 2 that were lined up one-on-one over there, and they were jawing at one another pretty good. And there's a good look at those 2, and you get a look at Gash and absolute lethal speed, 4.2 speed, and always a threat every time he's out there.
Do they go in his direction again? Pressure coming on Banta. Duke got away. He'll tuck and run. The line to gain was the 23, and they mark him out at the 20. He is short.
What a great old school football name, Duke Banta. Dad was a longtime Lion, long snapper, Bradford Banta. He's a big rig too, man. He's 6'4" and 225, and that could have been a penalty there. He was well out of bounds, but so you got to tip your hat to De La Salle here. They have come up for the first time in this game, Evan, with a stop here, and they're going to force a punt here from a guy that you know I've been dying to talk about here.
Just talk about Josh Peters, please.
Josh Peters is a rugby player. He is a number 10 in rugby. He's a fly half, and fly halves do a ton of kicking. The 2 guys that kick the most in rugby are the 10 and the 15. The 15 is a fullback. And tomorrow morning, Josh is on a plane to go to Army West Point on a recruiting trip for rugby. And look at this punt on cue.
Tails away from King and gets a great roll.
Look at that.
That is the most excited Ben Holden will be tonight. How about that punt from Peters?
I don't know about that, but I do a lot of rugby, as you know, Evan, and I love the sport. It's kind of something I fell into, international rugby and all that. And he was so excited to talk about it. He was beaming. I said, "So you're on a plane in the morning?" He said, "Yep." I said, "Is Pyden going to be around?" You know, he's at the academy now, and was a great running back for them last year. So it's a great story. He's a really good rugby player. Here's an opportunity here, though, back to the game for Dan Roan. See if they can get something going. They're going to have a 2-minute drill to work with here. So we're going to find out a little bit more about Grayson Thurston. I like what I've seen from him so far. The fumble on the first play hurt him, certainly. The pick he threw. But their ability to move the ball, they showed they can do it on that last drive, Evan.
Pass tipped, but King did catch it.
Ooh.
And he ran into Gideon Gash. That is a physical end of the play. Gonzalez tipped this ball. Great concentration by King still to catch it.
Oh, man, that closing speed from Gideon Gash. We touched about his brother and how fast he is, the fastest high school athlete in the state of Michigan. But look at that play. He's got more vertical than Samson, and he uses that size and that length. I mean, he might be a linebacker in college. If he puts on 15, 20 pounds with that length, he may play in the second level in college.
Thurston, Gonzalez put the pressure on, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd down.
Yeah, CC, they want to get this ball back here. Just under 2 minutes to go. It's a big play here coming up for Thurston in this Pilots offense. I mean, he really didn't have much chance. The guy he wanted to go to wasn't open, and then able to close there on that play there was Gonzalez there to force that throw out of bounds.
Couple of third down conversions on the last drive for De La Salle, but the drive was killed by a big third down sack by Jack Janda. Watch out for number 44. He'll be right in the middle of that Catholic Central D-line. Thurston, throw, catch, first down De La Salle. That'll stop the clock, and now you wonder how they start using timeouts.
Yep.
They have 2 left.
They do have 2 left.
And remember, they do not get the ball to start the second half. CC does.
Right.
Play fake to Walker. Thurston got crunched as he threw it. That's an incomplete pass. Grayson Thurston starting to run for his life late in this first half.
Yeah, CC on the last couple, the last 3 or 4 plays going back to last series, they've gotten more heat on him than they had all night. And yeah, he's having to make some really quick decisions when it comes to where he's going to throw the ball and closing in, and just he's lucky that ball came out of his hands right there and didn't result in anything worse than an incomplete pass.
Josh Atiamo's already picked off Thurston tonight, and that time he got in his chin. Thurston to throw again. Grayson a gunslinger, and that fastball behind Turr, as now he and Connor Ryan get tangled up after the play. Connor's got to come out. His helmet came off.
Yep, lost his bucket there, so he's got to come out for a play regardless of how it happened. And, again, those 2 edges, good job by De La Salle there to give their quarterback a little bit of room to throw just off the mark. So big play here for De La Salle. See if they can convert here. If not, CC's going to get the ball back here with a little over a minute to go here in the half.
And they would have all 3 timeouts to use.
Yep.
Third down long. Thurston waits. Thurston can't get away. Guess who got him? Benny Azuka.
Big Benny making plays.
Clock's still running, but they're going to have to add some time back in the clock probably, because Catholic Central immediately got a timeout after this sack.
They did, and not much he can do. Janda and company and big 75 there making life miserable. I like what he did there at the end. He didn't try to get rid of the ball. He just took it down to ground. It's a smart play by a sophomore quarterback. So now Dan Roan talking to his guys, and De La Salle bouncing around, playing here. They're going to play at home next week, they were telling me. They have to play at 4 o'clock. I did not know the story of why they don't play night games in their stadium. That's amazing to me. That's just amazing that they don't play because of neighborhood noise and lights. I don't get that one at all, man. A program like that, but they do what they got to do, right?
Well, it's another thing, too. Brother Rice can't play home games because their stadium, they can't support everybody.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it is what it is. And so CC gets what they wanted out of this, and they're going to get a chance to work with probably less than a minute left here, right around a minute left in the half. So they get another stop here. So tip your hat to their defense after that long possession that De La Salle had, that 20-play possession on the possession before. So good job by those Shamrock defenders. And the dangerous one is back waiting this punt here, Evan.
Samson Gash is back there right around the 30. When that man gets the football, hold your breath.
That's right. But they're not going to let him.
That punt may have been tipped, Ben. Let's see if we can get a replay. There was a really good rush on Turr.
Yeah.
I think was planning to kick away from Gash anyway.
Yeah, maybe not that far away from him, but yeah, maybe if we get a look. But so if you're CC now, you got 2 timeouts left. You got a minute left, 59 seconds, plenty of time. You got to figure they're going to go to 5 here at some point. I'd take the shot right off the draw here. First play of this series, I'd go to 5.
It's the start of the last punt where it may have been tipped. Okay, Catholic Central, 1:05 on the clock and 2 timeouts. Ben says, watch out for Samson Gash. He's the top of your screen. Guess who's getting the football? And it's incomplete. There is also a flag down. It's on Catholic Central.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if De La Salle wants to take it. So they do take the penalty here. It's a 5-yard penalty for illegal formation. Do you take that penalty if you're De La Salle, or do you decline it?
I take it. I push him back.
So the penalty for CC on the illegal formation makes it first down 15. Blitz picked up. Banta brought down anyway. Pressure gets home for the first time tonight for De La Salle. That was Anthony Battanti.
Big play from Anthony Battanti. We called his name a lot on defense here in this game, but good job to shed the block, steps inside, and gets home and gets the quarterback there as he got away from Cedric Williams there.
Clock running here. Nobody calls the timeout. Gideon Gash is top of the screen. They swing it out to Cedric Williams, who's tackled again. Drew Buchanan makes the tackle for De La Salle, and I think CC may just take this to the half now.
Yeah, it looks that way. That's the first time you've called his name all night, and he is a key guy for De La Salle and their defensive groupings and what they do, and they really like him as a player. He can do a lot of different things for them, and it's a big play he made there late in this half.
It's a bit of a blitzkrieg from Catholic Central in the first half of the first quarter. Scored 15 points before you could blink your eyes. De La Salle settled into the game, had a couple of long drives, but didn't end up in points. And we go to the locker room with Catholic Central, maybe the state's top team, regardless of division, up on a De La Salle team that's trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. It is 22-0 Catholic Central at the break. Charlotte Turbrack down on the field with De La Salle head coach Dan Rowe.
Coach, first quarter, a little bit slow. Second quarter, higher in speed, a little bit more energy. What are your thoughts on the first half?
It just comes down to the same thing. We got to make plays, and we got to limit our mistakes. And turning the ball over early and then giving them good field position is just tough against a good team. So settle in a little bit and just play football and let our kids get after it.
What's going to be the message to this team to keep their energy up?
Same message was before the game. Just play consistent, make the plays, play 11 guys on the ball. As long as everybody does their job, we're fine. But when we have a breakdown, it's tough for us to overcome it. And we can't miss a blitz. We can't when we run a blitz, we can't run by the quarterback. So if everybody settles in and plays the style of football they're supposed to, we'll be okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Evan, back to you.
Appreciate it, guys. Dan Rohn has about as good of a resume as you'll find high school football coaches in Michigan. Whether it be at Fremont, Grand Rapids, West Catholic, or De La Salle, that man has made a living playing for state championships at Ford Field. De La Salle this year, surprising start at 1-3, and a tough task tonight against maybe the best team in the state, Detroit Catholic Central, who leads 22-0 after one half of football at Lawrencetown.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I am from West Springfield, Michigan. I love Pure Barre for a number of reasons, but the main reason is the space it provides us members to unwind, get a good workout in, and just come as you are. Love Pure Barre. Love you, Bridget. Go Pure Barre.
Hi, my name is Susanna,
And I'm Tanner, and we're from Farmington Hills, Michigan.
and we love Pure Barre.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and this is my friend Lisa.
Hello.
And we love Pure Barre because it's a great community. I get to work out with great people, and we have any fit level that can come, any age. You get a great workout within an hour. You don't waste time, and you're getting the full effect of Pure Barre.
And everyone's fabulous.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Novi, and I love coming here to Pure Barre Novi. It's an awesome workout. I've been coming here for years. It is always challenging no matter how long you come. I love it. Strength, flexibility, all the best things, but the best part is the wonderful community. There's awesome women to support and encourage each other on in our fitness goals.
I have been a member of Pure Barre for 2.5 years, and I love the variety of class formats. I really enjoy the sense of community here. When my daughter's in town, we have our mom and daughter days, working out and tucking at the bar. I look forward to class and I feel great after.
One thing that I love about Pure Barre is that it's low impact, but you get a great workout from it.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I am here at Pure Barre Novi, which is the best place in the world. I'm so excited. Did you know that Pure Barre is literally everything? Give it a shot. It's all about accountability and it's all about you.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
At Foodie Centric, our client's agenda is our first priority. We specialize in unique items that are memorable and drive profits to your bottom line immediately. From gluten-free exclusive items to specialty Palazzolo gelato and Melting Moments ice cream sandwiches and so much more, Foodie Centric Solutions will have you set for success today, tomorrow, and for the future. Foodie Centric Solutions at the center of all of what's important for your first to your last goal. Follow the prep on social media. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and right here on our YouTube. And you can also be a part of our sponsorship team as well. Contact us today, info@theprepsports.com. Craving something tasty? Front Page Deli serves up amazing sandwiches, plus fresh salads, juicy burgers, hot dogs, and more. With 2 convenient locations in Oak Park at 10 Mile and Greenfield and in Southfield at 12 Mile and Northwestern Highway, you'll get big flavor and fast, friendly service every time. Swing by today or check out frontpagedeli.com for menus and hours. Your next great bite is waiting for you at Front Page Deli.
Back at Lawrence Tech, Catholic League rivalry renewed. 71st time tonight that Catholic Central plays De La Salle, and Catholic Central leads the game at the break. Welcome back above the field to our makeshift broadcast spot here at Lawrence Tech. Evan Stockton with you. Pleased to be joined once again, second time in 3 weeks, I believe, by the owner of Pure Barre Novi and my mom, Bridget Stockton. Mom, it's great to have you back. You've returned for a return engagement.
It's a pleasure to be back.
We're happy to have you. So I'm sure a lot of the folks have seen your commercials throughout the night. But for anyone watching who needs to learn a little bit more about Pure Barre Novi, what do they need to know?
Okay, so here's what you need to know. Pure Barre is a workout for everybody and every body. It doesn't matter what shape you're in, where you are in your fitness journey, how old you are, how young you are, how agile you are, if you're injury prone, if you're recovering from something. Pure Barre is there. We're going to meet you where you're at. We're going to get you where you want to be. And it is something that you progress, but it always stays fresh and exciting and challenging. And that's why we have members who have taken 10 classes. And we had somebody today celebrate 2,250 classes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really? That's fantastic. You talk about fresh and exciting. So I'm sure there's a lot of people watching going, that's great, but I live out in this way, and there's a Pure Barre Novi closer to me. There's a Pure Barre location closer than Novi, right? So what do you do specifically at Pure Barre Novi that make it fresh and exciting and cater to your members?
Oh, we do all sorts of things. We're such a fun, vibrant community of women and men. Here's a little fun fact for you. Samson, right?
Yes.
When I said Pure Barre is good for everybody and everybody, Samson, who plays for Catholic Central, actually attended a Pure Barre class.
That's true.
And I can tell you he'd become much more limber and agile after the class. So there you go. We just have a lot of fun. We have phenomenal teachers. We have a vibrant community. We give back to the community. We are currently helping to feed 140 families with lunchbox snacks now that school is back. We do a lot of philanthropic work, and we support each other. And it's just 1 hour to yourself, whether it's an hour a day or an hour a week. All people are so consumed with doing everything for everybody else that sometimes you forget yourself. And if you can just have 1 hour to yourself to focus on your health and fitness, you are better in for yourself and for everybody who's in your world.
And I'm sure you saw the ad where a few of the members were singing the praises of Pure Barre Novi and my mom, which are richly deserved here. But, Mom, I know this to you as well. This specific matchup, Catholic Central, De La Salle, a Catholic League game, means a lot to you. Why does it mean a lot to you?
Well, I must say I am the proud mother of 3 Catholic Central alumni. We are a third-generation Catholic Central family. I had an uncle who's a Basilian priest. 2 of my boys played football. The other one said he plays the real football. He plays soccer. So I'm a believer in a faith-based education. I know that these athletes out here are scholars first and athletes second. And we just like to recognize that and really applaud them for all of their efforts. And fortunately, we have the good fortune of a lot of their mothers coming to class, which has been a lot of fun. And the Catholic Central Mothers Club, I must say, is an amazing supporter of the school, just as I'm sure De La Salle has a phenomenal parental organization too. So it's the parents supporting the athletes, and it's just one big phenomenal community. And we want you to come join us because Pure Barre Novi is a great community. If you have to choose someplace to work out, your time is limited, your energy is limited. Come where you can maximize your time and your energy and have some fun at the same time. And get a great workout.
So for anybody who wants to join you, who wants to learn more about Pure Barre, how can they find you?
Well, first of all, the prep has done an amazing job showing our videos and our commercials, honestly. But you can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. We're located on Grand River in Novi. Our phone number is on the screen. Our QR code is on the screen. We have classes 6 a.m. early bird, 8:30, 9:30, noon, and evening classes. We really hope you can come join us.
And she's been trying to get me to come to a class for a long time. You know, she brings up Samson Gash, fastest man in Michigan, going to Michigan State. Dad played in the NFL. I just want to go on the record. I went to Pure Barre once and it was really hard. Like, that's why I'm a wimp. That's why I'm not going back, Mom. I just want it on live television. Is that okay?
Yes, that's great. Evan said, Mom, my last day before I go to college, what do you want to do? I said, seriously? I said, I'll do anything you want to do. I said, come on, let's go to the bar. He thought I meant the bar. I said, let's go to Pure Barre. So I brought him along, and he really had a good time. He's been talking about it ever since.
I'm talking about it now. I'm 30, so this was 12 years ago, and I'm still talking about it. So yeah. I believe in it highly. My mom believes in it highly. You should definitely become a member at Pure Barre Novi, no matter where you are in Metro Detroit. Even those people from De La Salle watching, anybody down near Warren, I'm telling you, it's worth
It's
the drive.
totally worth the drive. And here, your very first class is free. We want you to come in and experience a full body workout set to music, and just it's an amazing class. We have a class that focuses on functional fitness, one that has more of a cardio base, and one that's more of a stretch based limber yoga esque type. So we've got something for everybody. We've got a time for everybody, and we've got a price point for everybody. All we need is you to come join us.
Mom, thank you for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
We appreciate Pure Nova's continued support, and hopefully you can check them out as soon as you possibly can. I'm here to tell you it's worth it. Second half coming up, Catholic Central and De La Salle. Catholic Central off to a 22-0 lead, but De La Salle started moving the football at the end of the first half. Let's see if the Pilots have a comeback in them when the second half starts in just a little bit. Hang tight.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596 0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe. I am from West Plainfield, Michigan. I love Pure Barre for a number of reasons, but the main reason is the space it provides us members to unwind, get a good workout in, and just come as you are. Love Pure Barre. Love you, Bridget. Go Pure Barre.
Hi, my name is Susanna.
And I'm Tanner, and we're from Farmington Hills, Michigan.
And we love Pure Barre.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and this is my friend Lisa.
Hello.
And we love Pure Barre because it's a great community. I get to work out with great people, and we have any fit level that can come, any age. You get a great workout within an hour. You don't waste time, and you're getting the full effect of Pure Barre.
And everyone's fabulous.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Novi, and I love coming here to Pure Barre Novi. It's an awesome workout. I've been coming here for years. It is always challenging no matter how long you come. I love it. Strength, flexibility, all the best things, but the best part is the wonderful community. There's awesome women to support and encourage each other on in our fitness goals.
I have been a member of Pure Barre for 2.5 years, and I love the variety of class formats. I really enjoy the sense of community here. When my daughter's in town, we have our mom and daughter days, working out and tucking at the bar. I look forward to class, and I feel great after.
One thing that I love about Pure Barre is that it's low impact, but you get a great workout from it.
Hi everyone, my name is Amy, and I am here at Pure Barre Novi, which is the best place in the world. I'm so excited. Did you know that Pure Barre is literally everything? Give it a shot. It's all about accountability, and it's all about you.
Love Peace Threads Design Bar, a unique new fashion experience in downtown Milford. Get ready to elevate your style by stepping foot in our design shop. Love Peace Threads Design Bar offers specialized collections of custom apparel, from denim jackets and sweatshirts to dresses and hats. We have a variety of options to choose from. Whether you're looking for a one-in-a-kind piece or you want to set a new fashion trend, our store has got you covered with endless customization options. But that's not all. Our design bar is also the perfect place for a fun and creative night out and for any kind of celebration. Book a party with us for a full experience. Gather your family or friends and design your own custom jacket, complete with patches and your own personal touches. Unleash your imagination and create something truly special with our hands-on design experience. Love Peace Threads Design Bar is more than just a store. It's a place where fashion meets creativity and community.
Beautiful night for ball at Lawrence Tech University, the site of De La Salle and Catholic Central tonight. Ben, the game, it just felt like early on snowballed on De La Salle. That's their first offensive play, where Catholic Central recovers the fumble, and a couple of plays later, Cedric Williams rumbles into the end zone. But as we're about to see throughout the first half, yeah, Catholic Central leads 22-0, but De La Salle and their quarterback, Grayson Thurston, did get their footing later on in the half.
They did, and I was talking to a couple people outside the press box there when you were handling halftime so well. And, you know, I mean, this sounds strange. I'm going to say it. I think the quarterback for De La Salle has impressed me more than anyone in this game. I really do. I mean, Williams has been good. I need to give him credit. He's had a couple big runs, couple touchdowns. But the way this young guy is commanding their offense, and, you know, I listened to Charlotte when she talked to Dan Roan, and what I wrote down were make plays, limit mistakes, play our brand of football. And I go back to what I said in the beginning of the game, Evan, with you when we came on the air. The biggest thing he talked about was being consistent.
Check 1 2, check 1 2.
And they haven't done that enough in the game so far.
Let's go down to the field. Charlotte standing by with Justin Sassante of Catholic Central.
Thanks, Evan. Coach, 22 points on the board in the first half. Came out hot, got a fumble recovery, went for 2 on the first touchdown. What are your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I mean, good first half, but it's still not up to our standard. We have to learn how to finish games. It's been a problem for the last 2 weeks, and that's our focus right now. I want more energy, more intensity right now, and learn how to execute when we got people down.
What was the message to these boys coming into the second half?
Meet the challenge. I challenge us to get better. We keep doing the same thing week in and week out. We have to learn how to finish games, be us. It's us versus us, and that's all that matters right now.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Evan, back to you.
So to point out and kind of underline what Coach Sassante is saying, last week at home against St. Mary's, who a lot of people thought maybe was better than Catholic Central entering last week.
Yeah.
St. Mary's team that beat De La Salle 49-10 the week before.
Yep.
CC gets up on him 29-0 in the first half.
Yep.
But then St. Mary's scores a couple of touchdowns, and although Catholic Central won the game 29-14, they didn't score any points in the second half. You can tell that's still eating at Justin Sassante as they start this second half.
Well, there's no question it is, and that's the sign of a great coach, number one, to me. You demand excellence, finish games, meet the challenge, and this De La Salle team isn't going to go, they're not going to just walk through this thing. This quarterback, I'm telling you, this kid's got a chance to be a star in a couple of years. I love his arm. I love his poise. I love his calmness. Dan Roan there, just to finish what he said to Charlotte at the end of the half. The last thing he said, consistency. And, you know, every team's got a motto or a mantra, whatever they want to call it. The old do your job, it's modified. It's give your 1-11, meaning 11 guys on the field. That's what De La Salle lives by. So we'll see if they can do it. But I was impressed with their quarterback. I'm impressed with Catholic Central. Don't get me wrong. They're up by 22 points. They just, every phase of their game, to me, is pretty darn sharp. I mean, you know, they haven't put the ball up a lot tonight, but they really haven't had to. Williams with a couple runs. All three of their runs have been by the running backs, right? So they've done a really good job in that regard. But that'll be the test, as you heard Justin Sassante say. Finish the game and meet the challenge. That's what's in front of Catholic Central. Funny to say that, leading by 22.
Right.
But if you're going to win a state championship, like a lot of people think this team's going to do, Evan, those are the kind of things you got to do.
And think about this, too. With the way that the brackets will likely shake out, Catholic Central probably will have to play Cass Tech before they get to the state championship game, or play a Saline with their great quarterback who we've seen on the prep this year. Earlier on in the season, Tommy Carr. So that's what Coach Sassante is really building the team toward in a second half like this.
Yeah, no question about it. And they're going to get the ball. So, I mean, both teams can make a statement, right? Catholic Central come out, get another touchdown. De La Salle gets a stop. They get it back. Game on.
Gideon Gash won't go down. He still won't go down. There were about 3 different times on that return where you're thinking, okay, he's going down. Wait, he's not down. Wait, he's not down. Man, he's athletic.
He really is, and both these Gash brothers, I mean, again, Gideon's got a lot more on the vertical side, but they are just football players. They're athletes. Makes a guy miss there. Breaks another tackle. Finally dragged down, and 6'4", 6'4.5". I mean, this kid, again, I think he could be a linebacker at the next level. We'll see what they do. But right now, CC back on the field here, and let's see what they do here on this first series.
Cedric Williams, that running back with Banta. Already run for a couple of touchdowns tonight. Sampson, Gash, and Mosen. And another flag. Second straight drive, Ben, where a Catholic Central drive has been hurt by a penalty.
And that will drive Justin Sasante nuts. You know as well as anybody, you played for them. That drives a coach nuts. You come out the first play of the half, be focused, be sharp. They weren't. Somebody missed an assignment. And it backs them up 5, so it's 1st and 15 here. And the one thing that we haven't seen a lot of from Catholic Central tonight, and again, they haven't had to do it, Evan, at this point, is put the ball in the air. I want to see a little bit more of that from them as they go 4 stacked on the near side here.
They're setting up pass to Gash. Gets Sampson in space, and he was brought down by his shoelaces by Drew Buhana, who's slow to get up.
Think about this for a second. Michigan State's going to have this kid next year. They've got Bryson Williams, who was from St. Mary's in their title team. I mean, if both those guys stick around for a long time at Michigan State, that could be good for Michigan State football. But, you know, a good quick release there and just get it in his hands. And the one thing I'm going to go back to their defensive coordinator, Brandon Bush, told me before the game is he said, we got to know where number 5 is in the game. And they've done a pretty good job so far as they've got an injured De La Salle player down.
It's Buhana down in the field, and we'll take a break and come on back, hopefully with good news on Drew, the really talented senior for De La Salle.
Craving something tasty? Front Page Deli serves up amazing sandwiches, plus fresh salads, juicy burgers, hot dogs, and more. With 2 convenient locations in Oak Park at 10 Mile and Greenfield and in Southfield at 12 Mile and Northwestern Highway, you'll get big flavor and fast, friendly service every time. Swing by today or check out frontpagedeli.com for menus and hours. Your next great bite is waiting for you at Front Page Deli.
Dan Roan, who says he's better at golf than Chad Bush. I've never golfed with the two of them. I can't confirm or deny. What I can confirm is he's got one of the best resumes of any coach in Michigan high school football. Ben, we did sense talking to Coach Roan in the lead up to this game, he's kind of like a guy who can't solve that math equation. And right now, Cedric Williams is posing problems. He's pinballing and still running. Cedric Williams with maybe his best run of the night.
About a 35-yard chunk of real estate. Cedric Williams must have heard me at halftime because he's putting on a show. I mean, low center of gravity, bounces off one, knocks another one down. Gash downfield, doing what he's supposed to be doing out there, trying to help block. And just like that, 26 in white, flipping the field for his team here with a massive carry of about 30 yards.
That's what the message was tonight for Catholic Central. We got to run the rock. Part of the reason they didn't score in the second half last week is the run game evaporated.
Yeah, I think they're throwing it here on this play. I think we'll see them throw it a little bit more as long as they have the lead they have in this game in the second half, Evan.
They are going to throw it, and they missed Gash, who had a step on David Williams.
He sure did. That's how quick this kid is. I mean, the explosiveness he's got. I don't know if anybody in high school football does. Maybe the kid Sadler at Cass Tech might, and there's probably other guys out there I don't know about, but at this level, this kid is as explosive as they come. And Banta with a little fake there, and then immediately just missed him there. Got to make that play. That throw's got to be there.
Second out, 10. Give back to Williams. Room again. Cedric Williams carrying darn near half the De La Salle defense inside the 15.
All right, I got to make sure on the measurements on Cedric Williams. They got him listed at 5'11" and 200. He doesn't look that big to me. He's put together well, but this kid is a strong runner. I mean, look at this. He drags this guy 3-4 yards, maybe 5. Pretty strong young man, and he's really having a good night here tonight with a couple TDs. Going for the Hattie.
You had to get in a hockey reference,
know I
didn't you?
do, of course.
I'm shocked it took us this long.
Once per game, no matter what the sport.
As God intended. Give back to Cedric Williams, who spun away from one guy and then got dominoed down across the 10 up to the 8.
Liking what I'm seeing out of him here on this drive. They've really featured him. They've only put it in the air a couple of times. And again, that line, you got to give those guys up front credit for doing what they're doing. They've opened holes all night for Williams and whoever has rushed the football for Justin Sasante's team. And if I'm Catholic Central, this kid's getting the pill again here.
2 touchdowns on the season coming into tonight. Now he's got 4 because he scored twice tonight. Cedric Williams with room. A hat trick for Cedric Williams, but it may be coming back. They threw a flag. Often where holding is called.
Yeah, maybe there, but I don't know. Oh.
Face mask on the defense. So the touchdown counts.
The Hattie is intact, Evan. And that's a great drive from Catholic Central and a great drive from number 26. He did everything when he carried the ball. He used power, he used speed, he used vision, he broke tackles, he ran over guys. That's a statement from Cedric Williams here. And in this game tonight, he's put out.
Coming into this game, Catholic Central wanted to run the football. Coming into this half, Catholic Central wanted to finish. Check and check. 3 minutes into the third quarter. Goddard slams through the extra point. Cedric Williams has run for 3 touchdowns tonight. And with just about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Catholic Central lead is 29.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools. From Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Catholic Central kicking here from the 45-yard line because on the touchdown by Cedric Williams, there was the penalty. So Catholic Central and Ty Goddard have a chance to slam this thing into the trees, if they so choose.
Literally.
And, you know, that is the worst kick Goddard's had all night. Strange how these things happen. Let's go down to the sideline. Charlotte standing by.
Thanks, Evan. I know a bunch of people were interested in what the blue flag was about, and I have found out that it is for prostate cancer awareness. So if you're wondering why it's not yellow and it is blue, that is why. Evan, back to you.
Appreciate it, Charlotte. Journalism student at Michigan State, and LA is going to be very happy with that hard-hitting journalism. Good on you.
Digging into it. I love it. Good job, Charlotte. All right, Evan, let's see what Dan Rowan and the offense can come up with here. They just keep relying on the arm of Thurston. It looks like they're going to start that way.
Catch by Turr, and he's dragging a couple of Catholic Central Shamrocks up to the 24-yard line. You keep talking about it.
Yep.
As we get a flag, there goes that blue flag again. Let's see what happens at the end of this after another fastball from Thurston.
Yeah, he can zing it. Somewhere on the outside here. Gash engaged there with Damian King, and I'm not sure if that's what it is. I don't think it is. Could have been away from the ball away from the camera shot, but those two sets of players were both pretty engaged, pretty intensive battles in there.
They threw the flag a full 3 seconds after the play ended, and it's a personal foul on De La Salle.
Yep. And, you know, like I said, for Catholic Central, they came out with a penalty. Oh, right there, yeah. A little swat there. Can't see who the player is, but, you know, same thing for De La Salle here. Your first crack at it on offense, you got to be composed. You can't let the emotion come out. You got to be composed, and I guarantee you Dan Roan's going to let, I couldn't see who that player was, no, but they'll get an earful and probably a faceful for that one.
Thurston throw, Tur catch, good tackle.
Yep.
Brought down by Gideon Gash.
He's been all over the joint tonight defensively. Great block on one of their touchdown runs in the first half. I really like what I'm seeing from him. He's come to play here tonight. He's focused, he's dialed. And a zing on that ball there, but he's basically 6'5" out there playing in space. What a great athlete. Right now, I'd say he's been my top defensive player in this game.
Jackson Tur is down after that catch and run.
Mm-hmm.
Take another timeout at Lawrence Tech with Catholic Central, maybe the finest team in the state of Michigan. All over De La Salle, 29-0, coming up on 8 minutes to go, third quarter.
Follow the Prep on social media. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and right here on our YouTube. And you can also be a part of our sponsorship team as well. Contact us today, info@theprepsports.com.
You know, there's a lot of people these days who think it's popular to talk about different Detroit-style pizza places, but I am here to attest. The only place to go is Buddy's, supplying food to the crew tonight. Shout out to the location on Old 13 Mile in Warren for the original Detroit-style pizza and the best antipasto salad known to mankind. Go to Buddy's Pizza. My birthday dinner running for a decade. Thurston stepping up. Grayson Thurston on the move, diving close to the first down, and he had it. Catholic Central saying the ball came out. They say that the quarterback Thurston was down as Grayson, despite the score and time, is still making plays.
I love this kid's moxie, man. I mean, to make a play like that, takes on two defenders, showing he's got some wheels. We know his arm is there. CC only rushing 4, so escapes, gets away, and then gets down here. Tough, gritty finish to that run from the sophomore Grayson Thurston.
So they will give him the first down, up past the 30 to the 31. As Thurston is out here, but Tonti running all the way, and Anthony gains a few. You know, number 9 for De La Salle, that was their starting quarterback last year when the Pilots played at Catholic Central. So this is not abnormal for Anthony.
He's a football player. I like this kid's game and the different dimensions and things he can do offensively, defensively, and good team guy right over. Talk to the OC there, and he checks out of the game here on this play after a pickup of 5.
Get Thurston back in. Walker back at running back. Play fake and throw. King catch. Ryan slowed him up, and then a bunch of bodies came to get him as Jalen Mott-Lewis finally wrapped him up. They give him first down on forward progress up to the 41.
Yeah, good throw, and nice job to make that catch, protecting the football. Remember, Damian King, the first play of this game, he caught it. It was a really good throw, just a little out. But then that ball got punched out. He was careless with the football. He's done a much better job protecting the ball since then.
Walker up the middle. Impossible to miss Micah Walker with those neon green cleats and neon green gloves. He couldn't just do the gloves or the cleats. He had to have the pair.
Oh, that's special, man. I mean, he's a marked man anyways, but now he's even more marked. He said, all right, we'll show you and your fancy swag out there, right? They've done a pretty good job, though, CC, all kidding aside, and keeping him in check. He really hasn't. They really haven't got the run game going really much at all tonight.
Thurston throw, incomplete.
That's 4 balls that I count should have clearly been caught. And again, not to get on high school kids, but they're going to tell you the same thing that we're sitting here saying, or I'm saying. That's got to be caught. And that has got to be caught.
You wonder, too, Thurston throws the ball so hard. Matt Stafford ran into this problem.
Yeah.
You wonder sometimes if maybe a little bit of a changeup instead of the fastball.
Yeah. Take a little something off it. But, man, I don't know if he can throw a touch pass, but this kid can really zing, and I'm really impressed with him tonight.
3rd down 7. This time he lobs it up, and had it knocked away as Gideon Gash was all over him.
Yep, that was just great coverage by Gash, and I'm going to say it again. Defensively, he's been the best player in this game on either side of the ball, and that's a tough throw. And I mean, he gets it in the vicinity there. That's a catchable ball, but look at how well that's defended. I mean, again, he's 6'5". Just makes a great play, great athleticism, great instincts, and a great play by Gideon Gash to force the punt.
Jackson Turr, who just had that incomplete pass thrown his way to punt. Sky high to Gash. And Sampson says, get away, to his brother Gideon. Ball down to the 26.
It's fun talking to Justin Sasante. I said, give me a story about the Gash brothers. Like, what's it like having them in practice, having them on your team and like in practice? And he said they have a good fight every couple of weeks in practice. They never want to get beaten by each other, those guys. And said you can clearly see they grew up in a household with 5 kids. And he mentioned the St. Brown family. Of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown and his brother and, his dad and his connection. And Sam Gash, NFL player, and raising 2 boys to play here together. It's a pretty cool, unique story, and great to see those guys wearing the colors. What are the colors again for CC? White and scarlet?
It'd be Valiant Blue and Peerless White.
Peerless White. How did I get scarlet?
Get it right. Not sure. They used to wear red on the jersey.
Sorry, I'm a Traverse City Trojan.
Banta taking a shot. Simpson Gash almost had it. We were that close to another highlight.
Yep. I mean, every time he's out there, that threat of that happening, and might have just had the wind knocked out of him there. He was kind of reaching for his left side there, but good ball delivered here from Duke Banta. And I do this a couple more times. Why not? Take a shot for him. They're well in control of this game, and just couldn't get those fingertips around it for the big explosive play. Yeah, they're checking him out there, Evan. Yeah. I think he just knocked the wind out of himself. You hope.
They're running back into the ball game for CC.
Yep.
And whoever they give the rock to tonight, they are pounding that rock. J.J. Chevalier, the freshman. How about that carry for a first down?
Good boy, J.J. Looking at their roster and all the way through. He's the only freshman on their roster. So a future player, the varsity level for plenty more years to come for Catholic Central. That's good stuff.
There used to be a rule in the football program.
No freshmen?
There are no freshmen.
Wow.
You could be the second coming to Tom Brady, but if you were a freshman, you weren't playing on varsity at Catholic Central.
Well, times have changed there, old man.
They have. I am 30 now. It's all downhill.
Here he goes again.
Look at J.J. Chevalier. Age is apparently just a number for him tonight. We have another flag behind the play, though. And J.J.'s got to fix his jersey.
J.J. pretty well put together, too, for a freshman. Penalties, a holding call on Catholic Central on the outside there. And
see if we can get a look at it here. Maybe they got Swearingen 4 on Burgess up there.
That was what it was, yep, 100%. Took him downfield, but he had a hold of him the whole way, wrapped around him. So, yeah, that was indeed the call. So it's First and long here now, 15.
Chevalier still the back. Pop pass to Gash, and I think the freshman JJ didn't quite know where he was going on that play because the play got bottled up here right away.
Will Cartwright Jr., the junior, helping blow that play up. Watch number 93 here, follow him. The left side there, eats him up. Good job by the big fella there to get over and make the tackle there for his squad, and they lose another 5 yards here. It's now going to be 2nd and 20.
And Ben, I have to imagine that's the frustrating thing for De La Salle tonight because the score is what it is, but there have been glimmers like that play where you can see the potential with the group.
You can, and I'm going to go back to it again. Dan Roan said it pregame, said it this week, said it to Charlotte at halftime. We've got to be consistent. They just haven't been consistent when it matters the most, when they've had to punt or they've had a 3rd down. That's what's hurt them throughout the game here.
2nd out and a mile. Banta is brought down. That's a sack. Back-to-back plays from De La Salle have resulted in pressure right up the chute. That time it was Terrell Turner, 55, in there with the sack.
Yeah, the big fella's up front getting a little done here on this defensive series here for the Pilots of Warren De La Salle. And Turner there is like, you're not going anywhere. It takes him right down into the ground and backs him up even more here. 3rd and over 20 now. 22 they need to convert here.
Well, you keep calling for a deep shot to either Gash
read my
brother,
mind.
so here we
Let's
go.
go. Chuck one up there. Sampson's in the slot near side.
And you got Gideon up top.
Yep. I think it's going to one of them. One of those two is where it's going to go.
Banta over the middle. And they throw to a totally different option. Who needs a Gash brother when we can pick it up on 3rd down and 22 with Dom Allum right over the middle?
I love it. The tight end. I don't even think I had him on my depth chart. That's great, man. Good stuff. Great play call by the OC for Catholic Central. And Banta was patient. Really good looking throw there. Right where it's supposed to be. And that's a great catch made, and Dominic Allum gets it done.
But it's not going to count, and this is going to kill Justin Sasante and the coaching staff. Yet another flag on Catholic Central.
Yep. They haven't been nearly as sharp as he wants them to be. Because you go back to the first play of the quarter, and they took a penalty. 3rd and a mile now. Go back to 8.
Well, the last one was 3rd and 22. They got to get all the way to the 50. And the ball is spotted at the 23.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd down and 27.
You don't see that every day.
No, you do not. And in the playbook, you got a lot of plays for 3rd and 7. You don't have much for 3rd and 27.
So they're going to line Samson Gash up on the near edge closest to us. You'll see him when we come out wide, the bottom of your screen. And he's out there. I mean, he might get a little bit of help from that safety, but I'd just chuck one up for him.
Yeah, they got to move the ball back here. They moved it back 5 yards initially. They needed to move it back 10. So forget play 3rd and 27. How about play 3rd and 32?
Let's see what they got, Ev. I'm sticking with my original thought. Go to number 5.
A couple of years ago, CC played a game here against Brother Rice and scored a touchdown on a 3rd down and 30.
See if they can do it again.
Banta's got time. Duke's throwing downfield. And there's a flag, a bunch of them.
Yep.
Now remember, there is no automatic 1st down on pass interference, but this will help the cause for CC.
Sure will.
They were looking for Michael Dursa.
Good protection. He's got plenty of time, and penalty there, right there on the DB number 4. That's a linebacker, Drew Buhana.
So, move it up. Ball now up to the 33. Got to get to the 50. So now we've gone from 3rd and 32 to 3rd and 17. Still a tough task for CC. Banta on 3rd down and a mile again. He's throwing a wobbly home run ball, and it's knocked away. 2 men on Gash and knocked away by David Williams.
Great play by David Williams, and got some help there from J.R. Campbell, who's made a couple of breakups on Shamrock passes tonight. Banta just loads it up, and that's what I wanted to see him do a couple plays ago. Just get down there and let him make a play, but he doesn't, and Williams makes a great play on Samson Gash.
And a little bit of a sly smile on Sampson's face as he walks off the field. Peters to punt it. Damian King's back there. Checks up. It's what you like to see on the golf course, not what you like to see on the football field. And De La Salle's going to get a little bit better field position here.
Decent punt from Peters there, and see what Thurston and this De La Salle offense can do here. Neither team really, well, Catholic Central with a sustained drive there on the Williams touchdown run, but I don't think either coach right now would be incredibly happy with the way the third quarter's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, Catholic Central, I know that sounds silly, they're up 29 points, but you know, Justin Sasante talked about finish the game, meet the challenge. Yeah, they got a touchdown from Williams, but there's been some miscues, some penalties, some misplays. Now it's up to De La Salle and their offense.
Thurston back in there at quarterback with Walker. They throw to Turr, and he's brought down. Got a gain of 1, maybe 2. Tackle by Luka Genrich. Luka's a legacy guy at CC. His brothers Gio, Nico, and Marco all played at CC. Marco's a former quarterback at Catholic Central.
Grayson Thurston there getting the play from the sideline. They go quick to the line here.
Quick drop and throw. Caught for a first down and more. Nice little catch and run to move the sticks for Vince Batanti. But that's another one of those throws from Thurston that is darn impressive.
Yeah, it really is. Great route, great throw, great run after the catch, big play. De La Salle here down 29 here in a third quarter that's only got a minute left in it, trying to get their first points here in this game and see if that helps them here on this series.
Been a bunch of drives for De La Salle tonight that have gone into CC territory. Trying to finish it with Damian King, and he's tackled in the open field by Gideon Gash. Wasn't letting him go anywhere.
Nope, he's been all over the place, man. I've loved his game defensively. He has made big play after big play for them, and really standing out for this Catholic Central defensive group is Gideon Gash. King's a speed guy too, and that length allows Gash to get down low and take him down.
Michael Walker did trudge ahead for a couple of more yards, and then a whole bunch of Shamrocks came to get him. Third down coming up.
Looks like they're going to try and get at least one more playoff here.
Gotta hurry it up. They don't have to snap it until the fourth quarter if they don't want to.
True, but and they're not going to.
Hard count. CC doesn't bite. They'll take it to the fourth. De La Salle came in on a 3-game losing streak, and if they want to stop it from being a 4-game losing streak against maybe the state's very best team, they need the fourth quarter of a lifetime coming up.
If you are looking for a life-changing workout experience, look no further than Pure Barre Novi. We are proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community that is over 300 women strong. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body, and our teachers can help provide modifications for any fitness level. Find out more right now by calling 248-596 646-0002, visiting our website, following us on social media, or by coming to our studio right on Grand River Avenue in Novi. We can't wait to see you and help you achieve your fitness goals.
Before we start the fourth quarter, let's go down to the sidelines in Charlotte again.
Thanks, Evan. They've been talked about all night, the Gash brothers. Gideon and Samson. Samson is older. He is committed to Michigan State already, and he is known to be one of the fastest men in the state, and his brother Gideon is racking up 5-star offers as we speak. These two have an amazing story going at it with each other. Real competition, like Coach Casanti said. This is a brotherhood. Catholic Central is about a brotherhood, and this is quite literally a brotherhood within the brotherhood. It is an amazing story of these two Gash brothers. Evan, back to you.
Well, Sampson's going to go play with his brother Caleb at Michigan State next year. Gideon still to be determined. Got an offer from Northwestern the other day.
Saw that.
Heard a rumor that's a decent place to get a degree.
Great place to go to school.
Anthony Batanti ran into a wall. Jalen Mott-Lewis, brick wall defense for Catholic Central.
Tell you what, you've called his name 3 or 4 times, number 24, and every time you've called it, and we've talked about him, he's made a big finishing tackle right there. It's the latest work in his resume reel tonight. Really like his game, really like his intensity, and his ability to make big plays like that.
De La Salle will go for it. This is about the fringe of Jackson Turr's range. But score and time, may as well roll the dice.
Yeah, why not?
Thurston, quick drop. Thurston with time. Deep shot, underthrown, but a flag. Hoping for King, and there were a couple of Shamrocks hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, the offense is going to stay on the field here for De La Salle. Damian King's a problem. He's a hard guy to cover. Right there, you get a good look at it. That's a pretty easy call. That's going to go in the way of De La Salle. It's going to be on Luka Genrich there for PI.
Again, this is what Justin Sasante was telling Charlotte at halftime, right? We want to finish, meet the challenge. Well, yeah, it's 29-0, but also there have been several costly penalties on CC in this half.
Well, there have, and you want to close out. You want to, you got your foot, kind of over them. You want to put your foot through them is certainly what you want to do to finish out games. And yeah, it's 29-0, but De La Salle still on the field.
Thurston, that pass was tipped. Looked like Caden Gonzalez, number 14, got his paws to it.
Yeah, he was busy in the first half. You said his name a bunch, and really like him off the edge. He's got great speed. Gets inside the tackle there, and great job. That's how they're coached. Get those hands up, right? Get the hands up in the air. Try to block the vision of the quarterback. That's an excellent job there by Gonzalez.
Thurston setting up screen, perfectly executed. Michael Walker rumbling into the end zone. Touchdown, De La Salle.
There was a lot going on that play. Grayson Thurston had 3 white shirts coming at him. But again, his calmness, his poise, actually had 4 of them, but 3 right around him. Love his patience, love his poise. Finds Walker, who's a guy that, as this season goes along, Dan Roan and this Warren De La Salle program, they're going to need a lot from him. And that's a good job getting in for the touchdown for the Pilots.
Extra point blocked. And Jackson Turr's kick swallowed by the Catholic Central line. So score stays 29-6.
Well, it's something, if you're Warren De La Salle, it's something to build on here. You got basically 11 minutes left in the game. I'm not implying they're going to come back. You never know. But it's something for them to build on here. They finally got a touchdown. And if you're CC, I guarantee you right now, Justin Sasante is not one happy guy at all, the way his team has played here. I know they've got the touchdown, but they have not played the kind of game they want to play so far in the second half, Evan.
We've talked about that tradition for Catholic Central. There's few programs in the state that can accurately say that they've got the trophy case that Catholic Central does. Made the state title game 17 times. They've won it 10 times. But by their standards, as you said, and I think fairly, it's been down for Catholic Central. They haven't made the state title game since 2016. They haven't won it since 2009.
Wow.
So there's definitely urgency within the program that we got to get back to Ford Field. We got to get back to where we thought we used to belong.
Yeah, you know, and it's not a knock. I mean, I didn't mean that in a negative way.
No.
I think you know that. I think anyone that's watching knows that I didn't mean it in a negative way. What you also have to do is give some of these other programs in the state credit, because some of these other programs that weren't a factor when Catholic Central was in their heyday have become factors. Take a Belleville, for example. Take, I wouldn't say Cass Tech, because Cass Tech's been good for, seems like forever. But there's other programs that have gotten better. And, you know, I think that's a good thing for Catholic Central over the last couple of years. And they've, to me, they've got the absolute right guy leading their program. I mean, played there, went there, loves the school. He told you and I, and we did one of his games last year, he said, that place saved my life. He went through a lot, raised by his mom, single mother, and, you know, that's an awful lot, man. He wears this place on his sleeve and loves everything about it. So, yeah, it's interesting to see how they've improved now into year 3 under Justin Sassante.
Cedric Williams tripped up as he went through that hole. Ben, to finish that point, right?
Yeah.
There is this stigma about Catholic League schools like Catholic Central where it's a bunch of preppy kids walking around wearing suit and ties and their whole life is set up from the moment they walk those halls.
Not
but
true.
Justin Sassante wanted to make the point that there are a lot of young guys here who are coming in on tuition assistance. There's guys who are driving from 40 minutes away, 50 minutes away, an hour away because they think they can raise the ceiling of their family by coming to Catholic Central. And that's the whole point of not just Catholic Central, but any institution like it.
Well, yeah, I think any of these schools that are in that league, you know, a Warren De La Salle, a Brother Rice, other Divine Child.
Cedric Williams running again.
Wow.
Cedric Williams running hard. It's a breakout night for the senior wearing 26.
Man, it is. He's been fun to watch, and, you know, he's just, to me, he's just quietly done what he's supposed to do. You know, I love that there. 2 hands on the rock, gets it to the outside arm. I mean, he's made it look easy. He really has, and you've got to give credit to the offensive line, these big guys up front. All these CC guys have done a great job opening holes. Heck, you could have run through them even. You could have dusted off your uniform and went out there. But it's cool to see. But I just want to finish that point. The schools that we're talking about, having spent a decade at West Point in the fall doing football there, those schools kind of remind me of the military academies, just the way they're made up and how you hear the stories of men like Justin Sassante, and their lives were changed, and their lives were forever changed because of what they learned and what they did at their schools. So I just wanted to close with that on that topic.
Yeah, the whole motto of Catholic Central is teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge.
There you go.
And Justin Sassante is the living embodiment of a man who was taught goodness, discipline, and knowledge.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, every coach comes up their own way, and that's his story. Dan Roans, you know, as you said, and we showed you, bunch of state titles, 5 of them. I mean, he's been to 9 state finals, I believe the number is, and you know, just same thing, man. Just love the passion that he has. You know, it just comes right out of him, man. It comes out of both these guys. They're both great guys, great coaches, and I just want to say thanks to them for their time this week and tonight here at the game for helping us get a little more educated about their programs.
2 programs that if you're making a list of the best high school football programs in the state and they're not on the list, it's probably not a right list.
It's not a good list.
Banta gives, Williams runs. Cedric Williams awfully close to another first down. He did run into a bear hug there from Jimmy Taco, and it will be 3rd down, real short coming up.
Look at Williams. Ducks that shoulder, and again, he's just done what you want a running back to do. I mean, he's found lanes, he's followed blocks. When he's needed to put his foot in the ground to use the speed and turn that on, he's done that. He's shown it with his power, broken tackles, run over guys. Really impressive showing tonight from Cedric Williams.
Digging into the old school playbook.
Here we go. What do we got here, Evan?
Somewhere Tom Mack smiles. We got tight T here for Catholic Central. They just ran 35 wham, and Jalen Montlewis is loose. Someone clip up that bad boy and send it to Nico Palizzetti. First down, Catholic Central.
Oh, man. Love it.
Now, Coach Mack would be saying, what are you doing, Jalen? Carrying that ball in your right arm. Get it to the left, please and thank you.
Right. I forget who the running back was. You might know. The quarterback was Greg Call. The year I did a high school show here in Detroit, 96, 97.
Okay.
I can't remember the young man's name, but they had a pretty good running back then. They had a couple of them. But I remember Greg was the quarterback, and I remember Tom saying that in practice when we were out at a shoot one day, what you just said about him.
Run again, and a gain of 1. Anyone who was ever a member of the Catholic Central football program, and full disclosure, I played football at Catholic Central for Coach Mack, there are some phrases that are just seared into your brain. And the one that everyone says at every Catholic Central wedding and every time you're out with people and maybe you've had a cold beverage or 3 is the wham never loses yardage. And sometimes it did lose yardage, but don't tell Coach that.
Yeah. Well, you were always in 4-down territory, right?
Yep.
The way you guys ran the ball. I mean,
hey, you get 3 yards every time, Ben. You're moving the sticks.
Yeah, I mean, the math is simple.
Chevalier, the freshman, back in the game. JJ running hard. How valuable is it to get him carries like this in a game tonight?
So great. I mean, it's just great to see. I mean, remember, this kid's a freshman, so what's he, 14? I mean, my goodness, maybe 15? I mean, and he's put together. I mean, this kid's going to be a big, strong, long, powerful running back. And to answer your question, it's huge. I mean, that's how you build depth. That's how you build layers. That's how you get your guys game action, and it's great to see. And, you know, Cedric Williams, leave him on the bench the rest of the game, man. He's done his work, and, I mean, he's well north of 100 yards with 3 touchdowns, and he's done his job for the night.
Halfway into the fourth quarter. The Catholic Central march continues. Turn and give. Chevalier brought down. Did get across the 15 to the 14, and he'll move the sticks. De La Salle not happy about it.
Again, I mean, look at the size of that hole. I mean, these guys up front have been awesome tonight for Justin Sasante's football team. And talking about Big Benny Azuka, one of their captains, Anderson on that left side with Benny, Austin Woodlock, their center, Ryan Richardson, the right guard, James Peters, the right tackle. I mean, they've just done a tremendous job all night long here. Great look by our camera crew here. You gotta salute those guys, because without them, Williams doesn't do what he does tonight.
JJ Chevalier leaning through that O-line again. Coaching staff was telling us in the lead up to this game, right? If there's a thing on paper that may be a trouble spot for CC, it's that 4 of the 5 starting linemen are juniors. But Justin Sasante said, I actually see that as a good thing, because I think we're going to get better throughout the season, and then we're going to peak when it matters most.
Yeah, I mean, he's really relying on Benny Azuka and Eric Anderson. He had really high praise for Anderson. He said he's getting some D1 offers coming into his own, and you know, they need those guys to kind of hold it together. So, yeah, I mean, there's always room. Coaches are never satisfied. You know that. There's always room for improvement. But I've been really impressed by the offensive line of the Shamrocks here tonight.
Does another drive end in 6? Another flag.
Yep. That's going to drive him nuts.
Yep.
They're going to win this game, but that's going to drive him nuts. The way they played without the discipline he expects in the second half.
But, Ben, you know this as well as I do. A coach kind of secretly likes stuff like this where there's a lot of flags, because it keeps the guy's attention in film.
Well, yeah, that. It allows him to coach, right?
That's true.
Allows him to kind of fire his guys up, right? I get that, but yeah, a lot of penalties from them. A handful, I believe, here in the second half for the team in the blue and white.
Backs him up. Makes it second down and just about 10. And to Gibbs. J.J. Chevalier, that hard-running freshman, is in for a touchdown.
What a moment for him. The only freshman on their roster, you talked about it earlier, Evan. Back, I don't know how many years ago, 5, 10, whatever it was, freshmen did not play on the varsity, but number 41 for Catholic Central has certainly earned the trust and respect of his coaching staff and his teammates, and that's a moment he'll never forget, getting into the end zone here for Catholic Central. And you can see how much it means.
Yep.
Everybody's there patting his kid on the helmet. That is a cool moment to see.
The focus tonight for Catholic Central, a program rooted in running the rock, is tonight. Let's get back to it. And Justin Sassante is loving what he's seeing. Tonight, Catholic Central, in a 36-6 game, has scored not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times on the ground. And J.J. Chevalier, the freshman, is into the end zone to cap off a win tonight for Catholic Central.
Follow the Prep on social media. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and right here on our YouTube. And you can also be a part of our sponsorship team as well. Contact us today, info@theprepsports.com.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
Catholic Central, widely considered one of the best high school football teams in the state of Michigan. They lost last year in the semifinals to Cass Tech, who's still our #1 team in the top 10. What a game we had in week 2 here on the Prep, where Cass Tech squeaked one out over Granville in overtime. Tommy Carr and Celine, no slouch. Ben, you and I called Northville a couple weeks ago. Yep, that's a talented team.
If I had a telestrator, I'd circle that. Can we get that in the budget next week?
We're going to work on that, Ben.
I like their team. I don't know that they'll win it all, but I like their team.
St. Mary's hanging in at 4, even though they lost to Catholic Central last week.
Yep.
And by the way, Harper Woods at number 5. So they're in Division 4, and they got a wide receiver, Dakota Garant. If you haven't heard of him, go watch his highlights. Catholic Central going to love this special teams effort. Shout out to Josh Peters getting down on kickoff and helping to make the tackle for CC.
Good stuff. I love that, and that's awesome. Josh Peters, punter, does everything for him, helps out, plays a little linebacker, and see what De La Salle can do here on a late possession here in the 4th quarter. Looks like they're going to trot in some of the second unit here at this stage of this game. It's well in control for Catholic Central, so Dan Roan going to give some of the guys that don't get much game action a chance to play here.
Yeah, that's Jake Jablonski, now in at quarterback, sophomore. It's big moments for guys like this. They want to run hard and make memories.
Yep.
And that'll be a run up to the 25-yard line for De La Salle. Let's take a second here, Ben, to talk about them, right? So they're going to lose their 4th in a row here tonight. They're going to fall to 1-4. It's a nice carry there by Nathan Bell. So now this is not the old days of the MHSA where you had to go 5-4 to make the playoffs. You can get in based on points and based on ranking, but this does not necessarily get easier for De La Salle. They're home against River Rouge next week, who is under 500. But then Brother Rice, Toledo St. John's Jesuit, and a road trip for De La Salle up to Cincinnati Elder. So maybe on paper you snap the losing streak next week, but you cover that Brother Rice team in week 1. They're young, but they're really talented.
They're super talented. They really are, Evan. And, yeah, it's going to be a very difficult road for Dan Roan and his coaching staff and his players. I mean, he told you and I, he said it's one of the tougher schedules they've had, and you lose key players at key positions, and it's tough to replace some of those guys. I'll say this. Remember the name Grayson Thurston, because this kid tonight, I'm impressed, man. This kid threw the ball. He gave his team a chance to win. Yeah, he had a pick. They just couldn't finish enough drives. And I think if they can get their run game going, they're not so much a one-dimensional team, right? But this kid can throw it, not the kid that's in there now. But Thurston, I mean, for a sophomore quarterback, I'm impressed. They got a bright future with him. So it goes back to what Dan Roan talked about all week with us and our conversations the other day, pregame, halftime with Charlotte. Consistency, they just haven't had it. They've had it in spurts, but they haven't had it when it really matters the most, on a third down stop defensively. Those are the plays that have cost them. And, yeah, they're going to have a really difficult road ahead. They better win next week because it's probably going to be tough sledding the rest of the way.
Jablonski will run all the way, and he'll get slowed up. The 2s and 3s into the game for CC, but they're still making plays.
Yep.
Noah Jorgensen, nice tackle for number 87.
Yeah, and if you're Catholic Central, I know you caught this, and we didn't talk about it much with Justin Sassante, but he touched on the Boys Bowl game, and that game, for those that don't know, is everything. Evan could probably talk about it for hours when they play Brother Rice. That's next week, and they play that game on Sunday, and that's their Michigan-Ohio State game, right? Am I describing that accurately between the two schools?
You can't wear orange at Catholic Central.
Got it.
You literally get a detention if you wear orange.
So that's what it is, right?
Yep.
Michigan-Ohio State. It's more than, is it Michigan-Michigan State?
Whatever you want to call it, it's a big game. It's a big game.
I know it's a big game, but I'm just leveling degrees.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's a Michigan-Ohio State type feel.
A little bit.
I would say that. So that's next for them, and you know, you mentioned Brother Rice earlier, and yeah, seeing them, they're young. They got a freshman quarterback, my goodness. And they got some talent and skill. That'll be a barn burner of a game.
Brother Rice has lost a long time now in a row to Catholic Central, but with Aaron Marshall and all that talent they've brought in, it feels like Catholic Central Brother Rice is once again going to be the type of game that the entire state circles, and we'll be watching that one next Sunday. We'll be following De La Salle rest of the year. Just because they're 1-4 doesn't mean this season is over.
No.
You saw the flashes and you saw the talent tonight. But you also saw maybe the finest high school football team in the state of Michigan put their powers on full display. As Catholic Central is about to close out a 36-6 win. Banta will come in to take one final snap in that formation that every coach dreams about calling when they wake up in the morning. Victory formation. Catholic Central says that their team motto this season is finish what we started. Maybe the proudest program in the state of Michigan hasn't won a state championship in 16 years, but they kind of feel like they belong back at Ford Field. And just about 2 months before Thanksgiving weekend and state championship weekend, the Shamrocks make yet another statement. Maybe the finest high school football team in the state of Michigan wins by 30 on the road, and they improve to a perfect 5-0.
Good win for CC. Again, their head coach won't be happy with some of the penalties they took in that second half, but all in all, they come away with a 30-point win, and what is the oldest rivalry in the Catholic League between these two, and that's 2 straight years. Catholic Central's handled them pretty well, Evan, and they do a great job again tonight to go to 5-0.
Catholic Central beat them 31-14 last year. It's 22-0 at halftime. Catholic Central outscores De La Salle 14-6. I wonder if Justin Sassante said that was fully the finish to the game that he wanted. Getting close, but maybe not 100% with all those penalties.
Yeah, getting there, but he'll certainly, have some words for his team, and they got to tighten up and they got to be better and be a little bit more disciplined. But all in all, a win's a win, and they're 5-0.
Catholic Central got Brother Rice coming up
Sunday.
Toledo, St. John's Jesuit, Grand Ledge, Detroit King, the rest of the schedule for Catholic Central. Cedric Williams on a night where Catholic Central wanted to pound the rock. Number 26 was excellent. Couple of touchdowns in the first half, one more in the second half. The senior was running hard all night. And you probably figured when he runs for 3 touchdowns and he runs as hard as he did that Cedric Williams would be our G of the game. And if you were a betting person and you believe that would be the thing, that is exactly what happened tonight. Cedric Williams slated to join our Charlotte Turbrock on the sidelines. The tradition for Catholic Central is to go over and sing Mary Alma Mater, but when you're G of the game, Cedric gets to talk to Charlotte instead. Charlotte's down on the field with Cedric Williams. Let's go to him.
Cedric, you are our G of the game, sponsored by G Brand USA. Not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns here tonight. What was working for you so well offensively?
Honestly, I got to give all the credit to the O-line. They blocked their tails off all night. Emphasis going into this game was getting our run game back, getting back to what we do best, and they showed out today, and I just took what they gave me and made the most out of my opportunities.
You guys had 22 points on the board going into half, but Coach said that wasn't enough. You guys still needed to finish. How well do you think you guys did that in the second half?
That's definitely been an emphasis of these last couple games is finishing, putting them away after half. So I think coming out of halftime and scoring is a good step forward, and that's where we want to be, so I think we did pretty good.
Brother Rice, coming up next, what are some of the things you're going to be taking from this game heading into the next?
Hey, it's Boys Bowl. It's a rivalry game. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a competitive game like it is every year, and it's going to be a good game.
Well, congrats on the win. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Evan, back to you.
Appreciate it. You know, sometimes you got to speak softly and run the rock like that. Cedric Williams, soft-spoken in the interview with Charlotte, but, man, was he running that rock tonight. And that big old smile on his face tells the story.
Yeah, he was great. And right away, of course, as any good running back will do, they appreciate those old linemen, as we showed you there at the end and talked about all night. A great job by those guys up front, and a big win for CC. And the hat trick of touchdowns for one Cedric Williams. That was fun.
Catholic Central improves to 5-0. A lot of people think that Catholic Central football team is the best in the state. Still a long way to go. Everyone who's going to make that state championship game has 9 more games to go. But early on in the year, Catholic Central keeps making statement after statement. De La Salle hung in. This team's season is not over. Even at 1-4, they got the talent to turn it around real quick. But tonight, like everyone's been running into this year, they ran into a Catholic Central buzzsaw. Cedric Williams runs for the 3 touchdowns. Duke Banta threw for 1 more. Gash Brothers, by their standards, been held relatively in check, and Catholic Central still puts up the 36.
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you the depth and talent of their team, right? I mean, really not that involved in terms of scoring points, or really even offensively for that matter. They didn't really do a whole lot. They didn't need to. Williams, their other backs, the young freshman got his first career touchdown in his first career carries, and the O-line paved the way. The defense tightened it up. They were really good.
De La Salle got their touchdown late in the ball game. Grayson Thurston, the quarterback, threw one to Michael Walker on this screen. A highlight for De La Salle. There were plays to be made for De La Salle tonight, but Catholic Central kept making them down the stretch. And this is a highlight they'll be smiling about when they watch film either today or tomorrow. J.J. Chevalier, the freshman, off that block into the end zone for a Catholic Central touchdown. And the Shamrocks win again. 36-6 the final on a perfect Friday night for football right near the end of September. That does it for us. For Ben, Charlotte, the whole crew, Evan saying thanks for watching one of the oldest rivalries in the state, another chapter that belongs to Catholic Central. So long, everybody.